What a day it will be on the Sportiest stream. We've got some grand finals action to start the night. I am Sporty FC. Welcome to the Sportiest stream. And joining me here is Zen Zero. Zen Zero, welcome in. We've got a grand finals to watch.
Yeah, very, very excited for it. Obviously, playoffs in general are always, a great atmosphere, so competitive. But, when you start talking quarterfinals, semifinals, and especially grand finals, hey, I'm nothing but excited. It feels like I was just here though.
The whole last day kind of disappeared for Zen.
Yeah,
Yeah, Zen was here
yeah.
yesterday at a very similar time for another playoff match, but that was for Blackline. This is for LOS champs. Let's take a look at that bracket here. Again, this is Omega Fury 135 Sky Blue. Sky Blue are the number 2 seed, Omega Fury the number 4 seed going into this bracket. And Omega Fury have had quite the dominant run, but for Sky Blue, well, it's been difficult. They've had to go to Game 5 twice, and the other match was a Game 6. They've made it too, and now have one match ahead of them. Really, again, these matchups, again, are just going to get tougher and tougher for these teams. This is where you really need to show up.
Yep, and I've actually been able to cast for both of these teams. Well, maybe not this exact 100x35, but I remember Tiny Eclipse and Solar.
Yep,
So I
it's the
do
same
think.
team. It's the same
Okay,
team,
so
if you're
yeah,
wondering.
so I
Back when,
did get to
it's the same
cast
team
them.
since they were back on Phoenix United.
Okay, and then same on the other side. I know Ohm and Shizo as well. So yeah, these all of these people come to compete, and I mean, obviously, right? They made it to the grand finals. We know it's not just about Rocket League. It's such a mental battle to make it through the playoffs, because if you let your nerves get to you at all, that's it. Your season can be over just like that. So everything's on the line tonight. Super excited to be here.
Yeah, and with, again, everything being single elimination, you cannot lose at
Yep.
all if you want that championship. You cannot have a misstep. As I will mention, we have seen these teams before. Omega Fury, we saw actually very recently when they played 135 Ghosts in the ATS Week 3. That was a sweep for Omega Fury. They actually have a very good chance to make the playoffs in that group as well. Whereas for Sky Blue, last time we saw them was in their quarterfinals match when they played Miyagi Dogang. That was their one series that went to Game 6. All the others, again, went to Game 7. They've had a rough run here. It has not been an easy side of the bracket for an X35 Sky Blue at all, as Omega Fury going to be a big one here. Again, this match has a lot of hype behind it. I'm excited to see who win. Again, while I think X35 Sky Blue are the favorites, Omega Fury have had the better bracket run, and really I think that kind of counteracts each other here, Zen Zero.
It does. It does. We talked about it a little bit yesterday, but your actual run in the playoffs and up to it matters so much, right? Coming in with momentum has that confidence through the roof. So I'm excited to see that here. And you said this was number 3 and number 4 seed?
Nope, number 2 and number 4 seed.
Oh, number 2 and number 4, and Fury was the 4th seed.
Fury's the 4th seed. Yeah, they actually had a very strange bracket run, because they get here, they had to play the 8th seed. Which is a very strange matchup in the semifinals. But yeah, they played the 8th seed in the semifinals, and they were able to win again, that 4-1. Again, they've only dropped 2 games so far. Mega Fury have had a dominant run in this playoff bracket. They have, again, they were already quite a strong team in the regular season. It seems like the playoffs have just enabled this team to be even better.
I'm excited to see it. I'm a caster for Omega, obviously, so love them, and I get to cast a lot for 100x35. So it's going to be an exciting one. I know both of these teams are really going to come to play. And again, we see no sub on the side of Omega Fury. I mean, I think that's bold right there, because sometimes it helps so much, especially in these long best of sevens. But if they trust in each other, believe in each other, hey, more power to them.
Yeah, again, I do find that interesting. But again, that's the lineup that they've listed for me. It's the lineup they told me that they had. And again, what a lineup it is. Again, Ohm, Shizo, Helpless. As again, this is our bracket for today. Again, reminder, we're not going to be done with just one best 7. We'll have a second later tonight with FFV Sublime, Sloth, Dojo for another Blackline matchup. So, hey, we're just getting through all these best of 7s today. It'll be a long night of action. You all will definitely want to see it here tonight. As again, this matchup between 2 teams that actually did play each other in the regular season. That was back in Week 2. And again, just to add more fuel to Omega Fury here, they won in that matchup in Week 2, 3-1.
Oh, wow.
So Omega Fury have history of beating 135 Sky Blue. Although 100 Sky Blue may have had the better season, it does not bode well for them that their record against Omega Fury has been, let's just say it, less than stellar. They've had really tough wins.
Yeah, and sometimes that matters, exactly who you're playing, what matchup. You know, sometimes teams will get a lot of more forfeits than other teams, stuff like that, and the seeding can get a little out of balance. But I'd say the number 2 and number 4, that's pretty close, right? Obviously, number 2 going to be a tiny favorite, but you said they won 3-1 earlier in the season, so yeah, that's gotta really up the confidence for Omega Fury, and you have to wonder, is that in the mental of Sky Blue? Are they thinking about that? Of course, my advice: get that out of your head. Don't worry about that. It's a not only a new day, a new series, but that was long in the past. They've both had long seasons since then. But yeah, wouldn't be surprised to see Fury really come out confident.
I can tell you, Sky Blue are definitely not nervous at all. Knowing this team, knowing the confidence they have, I doubt they're nervous at all. This prediction pool is live here again. 175 Sky Blue, Omega Fury again. 175 Sky Blue used to be under Phoenix United. So again, this is gonna be a big deal. This is gonna be a big matchup. Again, Sky Blue trying to not upset, trying to win here against Omega Fury in the finals. It's gonna be a tough one though. If you guys are wondering, again, Zenzo is a content creator for Omega. I am a content creator / partner caster for 135 Esports. So again, we've got to be able to see these teams. It's gonna be a big night. Zen0, we've got a best of 7 coming up in just a few minutes. Again, is there any last things you want to say? Like, is there anything you want to mention? Is there anything that you want to say here specifically that you think could be really important in this series before we get ourselves going?
No, not so much. Besides, best of luck to both of these teams. I know, what it's taken to really get here, and how hard it is to make it to the grand finals. And no matter what, proud of both teams. I think both teams can keep their head up. But other than that, I'm just super excited to be a part of it.
Again, we got a series coming up. We've got a best of 7 100x35 Sky Blue Omega Fury, a series that will live forever in the hearts of these players, but for only one of them, it will be successful. The grand finals is here. LOS Ship Season 2 is here. It's Tier 4 favorite phrase. Let's get right into the action. A best of 7 to decide who will be first and who will fall just short.
And they are ready to go. Oh no, my sound is coming through. The wrong thing. We gotta switch that ASAP, but we are good to go.
X35 Sky Blue on the blue side, Omega Fury on the orange. These teams again have met before, but in the grand finals, everything changes. Best of 7s, where everything changes.
Yep.
And while rematches favor the team that's won before, that could definitely be against the case here, because Sky Blue have the offense, they've had the aggression, sure. Every single win they've had has gone through either Game 6 or Game 7. There still wins, and when you're that confidently on a series, when a best of 7 like this can be late, you gotta prove it! She's out! Oh, what a start for Omega Fury! The double tap it in, and it's an incredible start for the 4th seed!
My goodness, what a double tap. And it's funny because as soon as I see them on the pitch, I remember now, and I do think there's something to look out for, and that's going to be the teamwork out of the side of Sky Blue. They really love to get each other involved, and then as we saw right there, the solo and high mechanical capabilities of Omega Fury as they almost go up 2-0 early here. And I remember I actually called Shizo Kami the whole time I casted, and I wasn't looking at chat, and he was not happy about it. So I remember that one as well.
Well, at least you remember now for the grand finals. It's a big matchup. And already, Shizo getting 1 on the board. 175 Sky Blue. They're a kind of team that, as you said again, you're not going to see them put in mechanics. You're not going to see them do anything super flashy. They're just going to work around each other. They're just a scary team with a lot of high-ranked players. And again, for Omega Fury, they got to combat that. But I mean, they have themselves a high-ranked team that is not afraid to put themselves in the air. Although that's a good touch from Helpless. Trying to get down the field, so we'll have LeBlanc and Sky Blue. We'll keep that one away, but not for long. Shizo on target. Tiny's got the clear. Sky Blue are being pressed into the back half, and they're not going to be able to get out of it, as Om will double their lead. Omega Fury got their second.
And Tiny's name is so fitting, because last time I got to caster with him, he had so many big body 50s and dunks, and it typically goes like that. The guy nicknamed Tiny is 6'8", 300. And I really remember he's very, very solid on the 50s. And you just said it, very, very smart team. But I think right here in the first couple of minutes, they're having a little difficulty keeping up with the pace coming out of the side of Omega Fury. They are really ready to play, and they are imposing their will so far here in the first 2 minutes.
Omega Fury, this is about as confident as you can start a matchup like this one. You have, again, you said they have to start confident. They've done exactly that, and then some. Actually, 5 Sky Blue have been kept so far back. Omega Fury, look at the solo efforts. They're just going for more of them, and if they don't work, don't worry. They have a teammate to follow each other up on this kind of a playstyle. Here comes that's a fake on Eclipse on the back wall, pinched away, but again, it goes straight to Omega, and they're gonna get a shot. Helpless to the back wall. Second touch. Helpless. That's off the bar. Eclipse is missed. Ohm will shoot it in. Omega Fury have number 3. Another double tap attempt, and this one, well, it won't go in initially. Ohm will make sure that that back of the net is waiting.
And almost a filthy double tap there from Helpless. I thought it was going to be in for a moment, but what it does, and we talk about this quite a bit, a lot of those double taps, even though they don't go in, they kind of get the opponent stuck in the mud, so to speak. They think it's going in, so they dive at it. When they notice it's not, there's that moment where they have to change the plan, right? And it's just easy cleanup for Ohm there. 3-0, and we're going to have to see Sky Blue kind of not only pick up the pace, but really find those outlet passes out of defense and not spend so much time on their hills.
Yeah, so far, again, we haven't seen Sky Blue's method of offense. We haven't seen what is going to make them so scary. We know it's the passing plays. If you've seen them enough times, you know this team passes extremely well, but when they aren't being given space, it's tough to know what you can and cannot do. And for Sky Blue, they just need to find some sort of breakthrough. Solar, that's to the sidewall. You have potential pass and field. He's using the ceiling. Challenge on Ohm. That's rolling to the midfield. Eclipse will jump, but he'll miss his chance. And that's all that Sky Blue will get. That ball will be cleared away. And then you gotta go all the way back. Still no goals for Sky Blue. Omega Fury, as you mentioned, Zenzo, imposing their will.
Indeed. And it has seemed this last minute or so that Sky Blue have found some type of rhythm on offense. And as we say it, Tiny. Nice pass from Eclipse, high off the backboard. I don't know if Ohm believed his teammate was going to get it, but Solar deleted him off the field. Nobody back has stirred behind him. Tiny, easy goal. And it's a question, is it too little, too late? I mean, they do still have 90 seconds here, but we're going to want to see them pick up one pretty quickly if they want a chance to kind of take this game number 1.
Well, that offense has to be starting from here. Solar, save off the goal line. Ohm is dunked by Eclipse, and Sky Blue, I mean, they're starting to win some of these challenges here. At the end of this game, they're picking up that pace. It feels like maybe this kind of, again, kind of got a bit slow at the start. Maybe trying to wake themselves up. They've done just that. Although they are still getting attacked here. Omega, fake from Shizo. Pass to Ohm, that shot is high. Helpless, already jumping for it! And a big block comes from Eclipse. On X25, Sky Blue, go the other way. It's Tiny. Pass in front, dunk, Eclipse takes it. The dribble, going! Saved by Helpless! Omega Fury, keep their net clean. It's in front again. Shizo clear. Here comes Tiny. The fake there, Tiny. Couldn't put it on. And Sky Blue are still searching. Incredible offense, but that final shot has just not been there for them.
Incredible defense as well coming out of both sides. Sky Blue with a huge save. I don't know how. I believe it was Eclipse
Solar
made the save. I don't know. Or was it Solar?
I don't know how they read
that. I don't know how they even read that. But then the same thing the other way. But we're down to 10 seconds left, and Omega Fury is fine with both sides making big saves right here. Sky Blue can't play that game, and we're gonna see Omega Fury after a dominant start. They hold on 3-1 here. Take that ever so important game number 1, but it is a best of 7, so it's not as important as in a best of 5, but it's still important to start off strong and win game 1.
Yeah, again, it all started from that double tap from Shizo. You remember that at the start of the game? That's what kicked them into motion. That's what got them going. And that's, you know what? If they need that kind of momentum boost, they'll take it. Yep. It's a great start for them.
Exactly what I was going to say. That's where it comes so in handy to have a player that's capable of those mechie plays. Sometimes that gets overlooked in threes because you don't get a lot of solo time on the ball. It's more about teamwork. But when you can have somebody start not only a game but a series out like that, everybody in that comms were hyped. All their fans, all their friends, that hyped everybody up. And you said the big word. It starts them out with momentum. I think we saw Sky Blue kind of reel it back in the second half of that game, but they already found themselves down 3-0, and it was just too big of a hill to climb.
If you know anything about momentum, maybe you know a little bit about physics, you'll know about the law of momentum, how without an external force acting on it, it will just stay the exact same. And I think that's what's happening right here with Omega Fury. Again, if Sky Blue can't impose their own force, their own opinion on that matter. It's just going to be the same thing again with Omega Fury. Again, Sky Blue, it's really up to them to make some adjustment. I'm sorry I had to go kind of all physics geeky on you, but it does work. Here's a pass to Ohm. That's an incredible start for Omega Fury. Just like last game, they just continue these incredible starts. Helpless to Ohm. That pass could not have been placed much better.
It couldn't, and the shot, Ohm kind of was, I thought he was a little awkward, but then I realized once I seen it find the net that the reason he hit it like that was because there were 2 defenders challenging, so he had to get it as far left of his car as possible. Finds the net 1-0 just like that, and it makes me wonder, was it Sky Blue stepping it up offensively in the second half of last game, or did Omega Fury say, hey, we got a 3-0 lead, we're going to get a little, which you see it a lot, and I know you know that, Sporty, but we're okay with playing defense and just holding on to this 3-0 lead.
Especially in the finals, yeah, but here comes Tiny! The goal is back! X35 Sky Blue with the tie game. Helpless hit it to the corner, but look at this with Eclipse. The speed at which he gets to that. Again, Sky Blue are there, and I think that's really what changed the end of Game 1. We're seeing it here, continuing to Game 2. That pace of Sky Blue is definitely being increased. Again, in Game 1, I think they started off slow. I think they started off a bit asleep. But if they can pick up that pace, if they can really outpace Omega Fury at times, they'll find goals from it. Sky Blue have done so there.
Yep, I agree with you. I think they definitely picked up the pace, and it's helping them out a lot because they were just kind of stuck flat-footed on defense, and now we're not only seeing offense, but we're seeing successful offense, all tied up. Solar's clear, doesn't go too well. Ohm right there, but they're going to survive for now. Helpless again looking for that pass, but Ohm kind of rotates out, and that's where you really got to know where your third man is. You don't want to rotate directly into them because it makes it very awkward for them to come in and become second.
Yeah, that's why people tell you not to rotate on that front post side.
Yep.
Well, it's not always the best option. It is usually pretty good, as that's a save from Tiny. Shizo trying to sneak one into the bottom corner. Tiny, no boost. Ohm is backed off here. Sky Blue still on it, but here comes Ohm with a challenge. Ohm, maybe a shot. Ohm for the midfield. Eclipse has that one. And Sky Blue are going to rely on that defense. Here comes Eclipse the other way. Odd man rush, but Eclipse tries to do it all himself. That play will only go so far. In fact, a fake from Helpless means that Omega Fury will get that ball back. Oh, maybe not, because Solar's still on it. Here comes here from Helpless. Eclipse with a dunk on Shizo. Sky Blue continue to chase after it. Even when the ball got away from them, they still put on challenges and they're still putting on pressure. Omega Fury are not being given so much space, and with having to play so grounded, that air game of theirs, which was so strong in Game 1, has been completely nullified.
Yep, completely neutralized. Couldn't agree more. And, you know, they're really making them fight for it at midfield. And you said it perfectly. No space, but Ohm reads the pass. Great touch. Eclipse right there to dunk him. And same thing. He's getting right there. Oh, nice play by Solar, though. Big opportunity. Going to pinch this around the demo. Oh, no, but Tiny. A tad passive there. And it looks like Shizo's going to have an open net the other way. Oh, my goodness. That just breaks my heart for Sky Blue because they had a great play to set up a wide open net, but this is Rocket League, my friends. Just like that, it's in their net a moment later, and that's what we call, you know, a 2-goal swing. It should be 2-1 Sky Blue right now. It's 2-1 Omega Fury. They got to be happy with that.
Yeah, again, a huge counter there. They're catching Tiny in positions where they're just too passive. They're just too hesitant. You gotta be more aggressive! And just like that, Eclipse off the kickoff. Zen, this has been an incredible match so far, and we're only in Game 2.
It's a lot more what I thought we were going to see starting out Game 1, which happens a lot. A little bit of anomaly, right? It was just all Omega Fury pretty much until the last moments of it. This is a lot more of what we wanted to see. And you have to wonder, does Sky Blue need to be down to kind of light that fire and say, okay, we need to get aggressive. We need to score here, because it seems like the moment Omega Fury get that small lead, they answer right back. But I would like to see, you know, Sky Blue kind of keep that aggression, keep that mind frame all the way through and pick up their first lead of the series.
Back pass from Eclipse. Here comes Tiny. Saved by Ohm. Solar bumped by Shizo. Ohm. 1-on-1. Eclipse is waiting. Ohm's gonna dribble it in. And Ohm will be given credits. 3-2 is the lead. But it was not Ohm who scored. Tiny jumped in when he shouldn't. That was saved by Eclipse. But Tiny will now just dunked his own teammates. Omega Fury with the lead again.
Oh, and just a bit of a mishap there. I understand where Tiny's head was in that moment. He saw Eclipse was gonna get bumped. Eclipse able to dodge it, but that's the thing. Tiny has to know, even if Eclipse gets bumped there, all he was gonna do was put it in the net. But oh, the pass from Shizo back to back. This is the first time in this game that it didn't go back and forth. The first 2-goal lead. And it comes for Omega Fury. If they can hold on and go up 2-0 here to start this grand finals, it's going to be looking pretty solid for them.
The forecast is not good for Sky Blue. These guys are not able to just take that lead against Omega Fury. And now the series, again, potentially is going to end 0-2 at this point. They really need to think of some game plan. They still have time left in this game, but with the chances of them coming back being so slim, again, they need to find some sort of game plan to take down Omega, and again, I think it really starts with just them getting a lead in the first place. And as you said, again, when they're tied, when they're not down, it's really tough for them to put that aggression, to really try to will themselves. That's a miss from Tiny. That's another goal. Ohms missed! My goodness, Ohm! Oh, that's absolutely horrible! Oh, with an unbelievable whiff, and Sky Blue are gonna go the other way. Tiny off the back wall, helpless, will take that one out. Eclipse in the midfield. Solar trying to jump. Shizo. That will go to the corner, and Tiny did not read it. 135 Sky Blue. Time running out for them. Will they get any opportunities? And the answer seems to be a no here from Omega Fury. Sky Blue are going to go down 0-2 in this series. Omega Fury had the win in the regular season, and now in the playoffs, as I mentioned, the teams that won before usually win again. And Omega Fury right now putting Sky Blue in a corner that's going to be tough to reach out of.
They came out like crazy. And back to Ohm's little wide open net miss. My heart fills for him, I swear. I bet he would rather have to, flip reset around a defender or a nasty angle double tap than have that wide open net staring at you. That's the toughest. But he still did to manage to go 3 of 6. And we see he outshot the entirety of Sky Blue. And I bet if we rewind back to when it was tied up, it was very even. But Ohm really stepping up in the second half of that game.
Yeah, Ohm definitely did that. Again, this was kind of Ohm's game. It's Ohm's matchup. 3 goals on 6 shots. Going into game 3 is Sky Blue. They have to make some adjustments. Because if they don't, I could see them getting swept here. And I'll be honest, I don't really want to see another sweep on this stream, but we've had so many of them in the past. In the past week. I think all matches so far this week for me have been sweeps. But Omega Fury, if they sweep 135 Sky Blue, that's a huge result for them. Sky Blue, this is essentially must-win for them, I really think, because the situation they're in, they need to at least find a game plan that can allow them to win. Because right now, what they're currently going with is just not going to be good enough to take down Omega Fury. They need to find a way to shut down Omega's offense, and then to really get some space on defense to get more than just one shot on target before the ball is sent away.
And I think winning that battle in midfield, and more importantly, doing what they did the first half of last game and making sure to really challenge, which it's hard to keep boost and keep, speed up to do it. But they need to not give these guys any space for passes or solo plays. As Helpless had the opportunity there, tries to put it a little too hard, does bang it wide. Ohm actually got a flip reset off of that 50 there, but Tiny gonna steal it away.
I thought for a second we were going to see an incredible pass from Ohm there that dunk into a flip reset. And again, that just shows you just how comfortable Omega Fury are in a matchup like this. It's the grand finals. I don't think they realize that. They must be thinking it's like an exhibition match with how they're playing, because this is such a confident team that just does not care about taking a ton of risks, taking a ton of solo plays. They're just going for whatever they think is whatever makes them feel happy it feels. And again, the pressure is not on this team. Like, they do not look scared at all. And that's what I think that really makes them just even scarier against Sky Blue, because when you're coming in with that confidence, the other team will pick up on that, and if you're not worried about them, then Sky Blue are going to be a little worried about their own gameplay.
Yep, absolutely. And I think I meant to add a moment ago, I think we're just going to need to see that sense of urgency that we talked about, right? Like, Sky Blue, they're kind of comfortable and content with a close game, and that's not going to do it. They need to get that sense of urgency while it's 0-0. Grab the lead, continue it into momentum, and that might not be their play style, but they're gonna need to do that to beat this team.
Omega Fury still haven't scored yet. It's been the longest, I think, amount of time without them scoring in any of these games so far. These teams just continue to try to attack, they continue to try to pressure, but it is, I just noticed Shizo has a corn car in this game. Now I can see why everybody in Omega's doing the It's Corn song from Smoyoho. Yes, it is. Yes, it is corn. A big lump with knobs. It has the juice. Yes, I know the lyrics. It's a great song. Yes, Omega Fury here. I get the clear solar on target. Sky Blue again are just attacking from afar right now. They cannot get themselves up to that net, and they're just struggling to get to that offense. And again, it's a lot of issues here with Sky Blue. They just cannot break ahead, even with the demos. And I know that you like those demos. They're struggling. There's a miss there. Oh, it's an own goal from Tiny. He struggles from game 2. Tiny has just own goal for the second time this series.
And I have to say, they've actually outshot them. I was going to say it until before that goal. Before that goal, Sky Blue had outshot them 5-0. But Omega Fury with 5 saves as well. So 100% save rate right now coming out of the defense. I think Sky Blue have stepped it up this game and not been giving them a lot of opportunities, but it sucks that the first opportunity in is an immediate goal. And right now, Omega Fury's defense really being the difference here in game number 2 or 3, excuse me.
I mean, you always hear it. Defense wins championships. Omega Fury are a prime example of that, at least for this series so far. They're shutting down Sky Blue, even when Sky Blue has so much offense to give. The problem with Sky Blue's offense is it's just too far away. It's not going to be threatening as a double tap on the ground. Jesus takes it. The corn car reigns supreme.
And I think here's a little bit of a fake. Helpless looked like he was going to get the touch, may have been called off. Tiny back left in a tough 2v1 right there. You never want to be in that position in threes. And he had to take a guess at who was going to hit that. He guessed wrong. Just like that. You know, if they hold on to this, we could be seeing them on the verge of a clean sweep here in the grand finals. And I think that's just, you know, a bit of a testament to how the playoffs have been going for Fury. And back to what you said about the corn car, I think that goes to what you said with the confidence, right? He's having fun with it right now. They're having fun. They're confident. They're feeling themselves home. Gonna take the pass from Helpless to go up 3-0. My goodness. And you have to feel for them. They were out shooting them 5-0. And as soon as Omega Fury get a whiff of the goal, they're right back at it. 3-0, just like that.
Omega Fury are just playing better. Sky Blue, you can see they made some adjustments. They got some. They just wanted to play a little more confidently. It seems like what they told each other was just be more aggressive. And unfortunately for them, being more aggressive hasn't made a difference. Their shots have just not been good enough. Omega have got them out, but that's a good pass in front. And Ohm still blocks it. Sky Blue have not scored yet. Their offense has had less success in this game than it has had in games before. Again, I think it's mostly because this aggression from them is more so based on the number of chances they have and not on the quality of them. And you can really see that difference here. Sky Blue need to find quality opportunities. They just can't break through Omega Fury to find them.
Yep, it's 7 shots, 7 saves right now. Sky Blue, 7 shots, 7 saves on the side of Fury. And yeah, it's a little bit of that quantity over quality as Tiny just there early. Could have scored, but still down 3-0, 30 seconds. But yeah, they're trying to put anything they can on net. Nice pass up. She's can't quite find the redirect. And yeah, it's if they're gonna put easier shots on target, Omega Fury are gonna be able to block those and counterattack all night long. Oh,
this is gonna be an interesting one. We're going. This is gonna be close. This is gonna be an interesting one. It's not gonna be. Well, it's gonna be close like for Game 4. I will say that. The series hasn't been close though, and Omega Fury are not only one game away from taking it here, looking for one more goal. Helpless off the back wall, and Shiza won't get it, but it doesn't matter. Omega Fury now have their 3rd game. Again, I think Game 4 can be close. It's gonna be so difficult here. It's because now they have to make a reverse sweep. And with Omega Fury having this much offense, looking this comfortable, even when it doesn't feel like they're actually playing all that, trying to play all that aggressively, all that, strongly, it looks like they're just relaxing a little more. Again, they realize that there's really no pressure on them at this point. They have 4 chances to win this series, to win the finals. And for Sky Blue, the pressure's all on them. The ball is in their court. They have to make adjustments because they haven't made the right adjustments in Game 4. They need to make quality chances, quality plays, and I have not seen that from them at all. They've been shut down.
And typically that's what we usually see out of them, right? That's what we were talking about coming into this series is, their passing, especially their offensive passing, finding each other. But I feel like them needing to step up the speed to keep up with the pace of Omega Fury. I think that's kind of seems to have them out of their comfort zone here. They're playing a little faster than they would like to. And because of that, we're not really seeing any ingenuity when it comes to their setups and their shots, and you know, those cookie cutter shots on target, not going to do it. They're going to have 100% save rate. That's a crazy stat last game. 100% save rate on 7 shots.
Yeah, Omega Fury, yeah, they had to deal with their fair share of offense. Sky Blue started off with a lot of shots. They were though very far. They were not very strong. It just didn't feel like they had, again, the quality chance they had from the games previously. Yep. Again, that's the question. If they go for quality, they're not going to have that many shots. If they go for quantity, they're not going to have that many quality shots. And it's just kind of a pull and push. How are they going to work their way through Omega Fury? How are they going to get any chances against Omega Fury? The chances haven't been there very often. That's a miss on the back wall. In front, Helpless gets the clear. Omega Fury with a quick dispatch of the defense. And Sky Blue will have to try again. Here comes Eclipse. Helpless to Shizo. Tiny with the Duncan. Sky Blue again are just going to be second best of these challenges. Omega Fury continue their attack and continue their thwarting of Sky Blue's attack.
Ooh, and a big save there from Helpless. I love it that Eclipse went for that demo. He was just a tad late. Eclipse off the backward. It's going to be dangerous. Nobody really up for Omega, though. Would like to see a little bit of aggression out of them, but I agree with you. I think that they're playing very comfortable and not quite as aggressive now. They say, hey, we'll just kind of take it as it comes, and we think we can not only outscore them, but by a large margin. As Helpless, oh my goodness, almost finds the nasty angle on the double tap. He has been flirting with a double tap clip all night. Gets the pinch around, just a little too quick for Ohm. Oh, Solar on the rotation back, made it a little awkward there, but Tiny, nice fit.
In the midfield, Jizo to the back wall. Solar will keep to the corner. This one, it'll be cleared away. Omega Fury, that one, that's on target! Oh, what a save from Tiny. Sky Blue will keep that one out just barely. So far, every single game, they've not been able to score first. They still have a chance in this game, but again, just like last game, it's going to be difficult, especially when Omega Fury are bringing these kind of chances.
Yep, and it's just a little bit, you know, comes down to as well as Ohm has the break. Oh my goodness. I love that right there. Great game sense, big brain on Ohm right there. He says, let me go in front of you. It's only one defender back. Eclipse, I mean, not much you can do there. He tries to dodge it, tries to get back. I guess the only thing you can do in that situation is recognize you're about to be in a 2v1 before it even starts and just throw in that challenge, right? You might lose it and you might get scored on, but at least you had a chance. But a huge, huge heads up play there from Ohm to go for that demo.
Here comes Sky Blue trying to get one on their own on Ohm himself, but that will be kept away. Tiny. Ooh, he just juked out his own teammate in Solar. And Ohm with the fake. What a fake from Ohm. Here comes the pass to Shizo. Eclipse has the block. And that will be cleared away. 175 Sky Blue. Going up the field again. It's still, though, an offense. It feels like it's a repeat of Game 3. They're not getting a lot of quality chances. And if they can't get them, Omega Fury are just going to continue to do that defense, what they know they can do. As Solar to Eclipse. That one will be cleared by Helpless. Tiny waiting back, but Helpless one-on-one. And look at this from Omega Fury. They're on offense again. Next 25 Sky Blue. Even though they're pushing up, it feels like they're the team that's having to push back more. As a bump to 10 from Ohm. Open the net for Helpless. 2 goals for Omega Fury. And the game that could seal their season.
Ooh, and we talked about it beforehand. Despite being the higher seed, though not too much, number 4 compared to 2, the confidence from winning, beating them, not only beating them, but beating them, you know, in 4th in the regular season, and then having such a strong playoff run so far, you can really see the difference. I mean, Omega Fury have came in with it turned on. They weren't here to warm up. They weren't here to play a filling out process. They have imposed their will from start to finish. They're under 90 seconds away from being our champions.
Omega Fury lead by 2. You know, those Omega fans in chat are extremely excited for this. I can't blame them for that. This has been one of the strongest performances, I'm sure they'll agree, that they've had in a while, because seriously, they are decimating Sky Blue in so many ways. It feels like they've prepared for this moment. And you gotta love that. But here comes Tiny! Ooh. Maybe I spoke too soon. Sky Blue still have a chance.
They certainly do. And I was gonna say, you know, it seems like every big moment for Sky Blue has been from Tiny, or he's been the finisher at least, right? Usually it's a team play, but he's had the most goals for them, really stepping up. They just need 1 goal here in 50 seconds. Certainly achievable, but a long road ahead, as they're going to have to win 4 straight to claim this one, but I'm sure they would at least like to pick a couple of it if they can, as Eclipse keeps Shizo attempt out barely. And if Omega can just keep the pressure up, Helpless gets the beat. It might be open for the double. No, the double has continued to evade him, Swarty.
Here we go. Back up again. Solar in the midfield. Sky Blue, a little bit of hope left in here for them. Game 4 is still within reach. With 20 seconds left, they've got to score soon. In the midfield, Solar fake. Here comes Eclipse! And that falls in! Sky Blue have tied it up in the final seconds!
And you love to see it. I mean, the way that most teams would have broken apart and given up when they went down 2-0 with a minute 20, a minute 15 left. Not Sky Blue though. They remained. They kept their morale strong. They've tied it up, but this one's not over. Yes, the momentum's in their side, but they have to finish this out. And that attempt is on target from Ohm. 2 seconds left. They might get one more shot here. The pass from Helpless, Tiny, and Eclipse up. They're gonna dunk it away. Shizo can't quite keep it up, and we'll have our first overtime of this series.
Here we go, it's overtime. Sky Blue, Omega Fury. This series has gone, the way of Omega so far. Now they just need one more goal. Shizo shoots. Tiny's got the block, and it will be hit to the corner. Ohm, the back wall. Sky Blue, they want to make that reverse sweep. They've got to win here. They got to show they have that offensive confidence. Shizo to the side wall. Ohm is jumping. Omega Fury push up again. They're going to get that offensive confidence has definitely allowed them to do so. As that one's saved by Tiny. Helpless off the sidewall. Tiny sent down the field. And we go to the corner. Shizo sends it away. Eclipse beaten by Ohm. Ohm up the field. Helpless. It's around Solar. Eclipse. Shizo. Omega Fury holding the pressure, but one misstep could be all that it takes to end that game. That was an overcommit from Ohm, but it won't go in. Sky Blue nearly took it away. Here comes Tiny, beat by Ohm. Eclipse beat as well. Shizo won't get up there faster than Solar. And here comes Sky Blue down the field again. Still no shots though, as Omega Fury, that defense, as it has always been, it's keeping Sky Blue at a distance.
Yeah, that's something I have to say to Omega so far. The offense and the defense. You said it, defense wins championships, and it's true. And that's something that Omega Fury's really proved so far, is that it's not just offense. They're not just going to win because they can outshoot you every time. When their defense needs to step up, they will. Eclipse, big opportunity here for Sky Blue, though. Nobody going to attack, and Helpless just going to be able to bang that from the back door.
Overtime continues. These teams have proven their defense. Solar. On the sidewall, off the ceiling. Tiny. In the midfield for Eclipse. That one's on! Saved by Helpless. Sky Blue. Still search again. We're approaching 2 minutes in this overtime. 2 minutes in what could be the final game of the season for these teams. And that is if Omega Fury score next. Solar. Save off the corner. Helpless. That will be on target, but it will be cleared by Tiny. A dunk as well. Omega Fury trying to get those chances. They are keeping their distance for now. Here comes Ohm. Pass up. Shizo to the back wall. And it is saved by Eclipse. Shizo was looking for the second touch, but Eclipse will deny it. Sky Blue stand strong, at least for now.
And you can tell Sky Blue really have great game sense. Amazing fundamentals. I just think that, the speed and mechs has what's giving them trouble, but they're starting to figure out. You just have to wonder, is it too little too late? But I know if they pick up this overtime win right here, they will be pumped. They'll have a lot of confidence, even though they'll still be down 3-1.
As here we go.
Big dunk.
Middle of game 4. Eclipse challenge over Ohm. Here comes Tiny. Off the corner. Solar. Jumping! Shooting! Scoring! Sky Blue have some hope. Game 4 is going in their favor. Omega Fury will drop their first game of the series.
And man, it started with Tiny's goal. Tiny's goal to make it 2-1, 52 seconds left on the clock. They were still down. It seems like we're seeing Sky Blue as we should have been seeing them the whole time. They're playing confident. They're passing and playing at a fast pace, playing much, much more to their potential. They were still outshot here, but 8 saves, 4 apiece for Eclipse and Tiny there. Really big defensive stands for them.
And I am going to say it right now because chat, you guys have not respected my opinions here. If you guys continue to be toxic in chat, I will be muting people and I might ban you. I hate that I have to do that because I like you all, but please be respectful. I know it's a final. I know you're excited, but this is not RLCS. There's such thing as respect and cheering. Please follow that. My rules are not that difficult, all right? I don't want to ban any of you because all of you are nice people, but like, let's actually like be nice people here. This is a a grand finals match after all. Have fun, enjoy each other. This is Rocket League Esports. Let's not go and attack each other, all right? And I will say this, it's to both of you orgs, all right? I don't want any of you think, oh yeah, you're gonna get away from this. Both of you have had your issues. Let's not do that.
Yeah, and you know, tensions are going to be high. Blood is going to get hot when everything is on the line, right? This isn't just a regular season or even just a normal playoff game. This is the grand final, so it is tough. But I agree with you. It's got to be all love. We all here are enjoying the same thing. We're all here for our love of Rocket League, for the Rocket League community. And I got to say, I'm glad for Sky Blue because I think that they deserve to pick up a game or two. I don't think a clean sweep in the finals would have been, indicative of what they're actually capable of. But Omega Fury only need to win one here in the next three, so still looking very good for it.
Yep, all they need to do is win one game. Sure, they may have dropped game 4. That is still far from over, and Omega Fury are just going to start the same way they have last game. Shizo's going to score, not even 30 seconds in. Omega Fury, they've always scored first, and this game will be no exception.
They have, and we talk about it from time to time, but whoever wins game 1 typically wins the series, and whoever scores first typically wins the game. Of course, it's not always like that, but you're right. That's 5 games in a row that we've seen Omega Fury start the scoring, and you have to wonder if we see a little more aggression come out of Omega Fury. Maybe they got a little lackadaisical in games 3 and 4, and if they're going to try to turn it back up here and put the pressure back on.
Here we go, in front, Tiny, the side wall. We keep on pressing, they keep on pushing. 1 goal for Omega. There's still a lot more time left here. Sky Blue, I mean, as you said again, sure, teams usually win after scoring the first goal, but we saw last game that wasn't the case. As Sky Blue were able to come back in the final seconds. I don't think they want to do that again, though. Let's be real honest. That kind of a comeback is one that doesn't happen often. It's one that you don't want to rely on.
No, because it just takes so much energy. You don't realize it till you've kind of been there, but it takes a lot of energy, and your brain. It's really draining. It's mentally exhausting to have to play at that intensity. For what last game was 7.5 minutes, overtime was almost 3 minutes alone, so it's tough to keep that up for sure.
Game 5, I will say I did forget to change the map though, so we're back on Utopia, I guess, for this one, as Omega Fury down the field, helpless, to the back wall. Eclipse has got the jump on that, and just like before as well, it's Omega Fury who are just pressing on the offense, pressing on the pressure. It will be cleared by Sky Blue. Eclipse, dunk on Helpless. That's the back wall. We'll get to it, and he'll clear it away. Helpless on a redirect. Tiny will keep in the offense, but not for long. Omega Fury has the ball again, and she is with a solo play. This is where they're scary, and that's just not going to work there. A dribble is a little too predictable. Solar will keep it out. And Sky Blue will get on the field, but again, Zen, that offense is just being stopped here. There's so many long touches from Sky Blue that are going straight to Omega Fury defenders.
Yep, and right now they've only been able to find 1 shot on target, and it was saved by Helpless. And if I remember correctly, it was a good shot, but you need to shoot more than 1 time in the first half of a game. I mean, only 4 for Omega Fury, so it's not like they've been shooting lights out, but they're gonna have to find some more opportunities on the net as Eclipse gets a shot there, almost gets the dunk, but we see a double commit here. Tiny able to get a demo on the way back, might have bought a little time for him though.
I don't think it's going to be enough, though. That's a huge miss off the back wall, and Helpless will make it 2 goals. Oh, that's a huge miss. Eclipse thought he had it. He just was a little too slow. And that net is left open for Helpless. Omega Fury want the series to end right here, right now. I mean, the opportunity is really presenting itself here, Zen0. With 2 minutes left, all Omega Fury needs to do is rely on that defense, and I think that's a pretty safe bet for us to make that. They've been pretty good relying on their defense so far.
They have very consistent, as a little awkward touch there but they've been a very, very consistent defense. And even more so than a goal line defense, they've been very consistent with that midfield defense. Oh, a nice pass from Eclipse, but another double commit. We might be seeing the nerves get to Sky Blue a little bit. The last goal came pretty much strictly from that double commit. Yeah, they got back, end up not being able to get the touch, but it all came down to that double commit. And we're seeing, just a little more mistakes out of Sky Blue. I don't want to say they've even played that bad most of the series. It's just, Omega Fury is playing nearly impeccable.
Yeah, you really, there isn't much better than Omega Fury at this point. As again, they have just done everything at Sea Heels almost perfectly here, and if not almost perfectly, definitely perfectly. They're up by 2. They have, again, a minute left. I feel like for right now they're just trying to shut down this game. As here comes a helpless stop there. Shizo gonna go all the way back. Time running out for Sky Blue. Only 1 minute now. That one's deflected. Solar side to the side wall. Here comes Helpless. That one to the back, but Helpless runs out of boost. Tiny's missed there as well. 2 whiffs from Sky Blue, and their time is running out.
And that could be the dagger right there. Still 47 seconds. We saw them come back by 2 with 52 seconds last game, so we know that it's possible. But it seems that Omega Fury really keeping their foot on the gas pedal here, not relying on that defense. They know, hey, if we can keep it in your half the rest of this game here, it's over. Kind of seems what they're going with, but Solar might have some offense here. Gonna go for a little fake. Is able to win this 50, but gets in front of it, and looking for the cuckster. That's the crazy thing. Helpless almost finds the net. There for the cleanup, and that's 4. That will almost certainly do it. And you never know. This team is a Swiss Army knife. You never know, and that's what makes it so hard. You don't know what they're going to do. Are they going to redirect it? Are they going to solo air dribble into a nice double tap? Are they going to pass it? What's going to happen? And not being able to predict them has made them so strong on the offensive side.
And again, I feel like now it's just a victory lap for Omega Fury. They come into the championships having beaten Sky Blue before, and they'll prove that that was no fluke. They'll do it again here when the pressure's on, the lights are shining. And this is exactly what they needed. It is exactly the offense they needed to take. Eclipsed down the field, and Omega Fury, it doesn't matter anymore. The championship is theirs. The time has run out. They are your Tier 4 Season 2 of LOS champions. Exactly the perfect end to a perfect season from Omega.
Unreal. They played, as we said, a nearly perfect series. Not just in the sense that they only dropped 1 game, but I mean, game to game, we didn't see any real whiffs or bad touches. I mean, maybe 1 here or there, but that's it. And it's very hard. And that's where, my heart goes out to Sky Blue, because I feel like they came out pretty good, but pretty good and perfect. It's a little bit of a difference. But I will say, Sky Blue, certainly keep your heads up. Obviously, second place, it hurts. It might be the hardest place to take. Sometimes you'd almost rather be last and second because you were right there, but should be very, very proud of this season. I'm sure they're only going to come back stronger, but Omega Fury, big congratulations to them. I'm sure they are extremely hyped right now. And I have to say, though, it did get a tad out of hand in chat. At least both orgs are here, are supporting, have that high energy, and they seem to clean it up pretty quick. But you love to see the love of the sport and people here to cheer them on and support them.
Yeah, of course, as we are going to get, I think, an interview with these guys. I know these guys do like interviews, so we'll make sure that we get them in, because I know all of you Omega fans want to see them. Don't worry, we'll do it for you all. Again, it's going to be Shizo who's going to be joining us, it sounds, so that's going to be a fun one. We got the guy who just went for double taps all series long, joining us here. Shizo didn't go for a double tap, and I love, again, he had an insane matchup. He played exceptionally well, but again, it is going to be Omega Fury with the series victory. They take down 135 Sky Blue.
And yeah, I'm excited. First thing, I won't reveal my question, but I'm sure you probably know what it is, and nobody is going to be surprised when I ask this. So let me go first, because I'm very interested.
All right. Well, joining us is and Shizo here of Omega Fury, your LOS Season 2 champions. Congratulations.
Thank you. This has been a long time coming, man.
For real.
I've been grinding this game ever since I had opportunity to be in the competitive space, so this is a good win for us, definitely, especially for me, because I've dreamed about this for a while. So
By the way, wait a second, we got an ad running right now. Twitch is running ads. We gotta wait on
Dang,
that. One
Twitch.
sec. Yeah, no. Give us a couple of seconds. I'll let you know when
I
an
got
ad is
you.
over. So that we can get this. I know Zen will want to ask first. This is just like 10 seconds here. My apologies on that. I accidentally, I think, ran an ad and, whoops. Don't worry. We'll wait
Yeah,
on
you
that.
good, yeah.
At least it's only a minute, so that makes
Get
it
your
nice.
bread, get
Says,
your bread.
there we go. Ad's over. Sorry about that, chat. Don't worry. Ohm and Chizo are joining us here, and Zenzo, you can start it off.
So number one, congratulations. You guys played absolutely unreal. But I have to ask Shizo. First of all, I'm glad that because I called you Kami the whole last time that I cast her, and I know you hated that. But
Nah, that's
when
fine.
when you hit that double tap in the first 6 seconds, did you know right then? You said, "Boys, it's in the bag. We got this."
Oh, 100%. We were so confident going into this. We was prepping all week for this. Bot reviews, you name it, we were there, and we just try to, bring out the best. So, and that wasn't really our best, if I'm being honest. But I think we could reach better heights. But when I hit that, man, we was going crazy. So we
Yeah,
just already know it's in the bag. So
Oh,
That's
yeah.
what I had to assume because I know that feeling and it's just such a nasty shot. It's like, okay, confidence is through the roof. This is how we're starting it out. There's no way we're losing it. And I love that. I love, being humble, but you guys played not obviously nobody can ever play perfect, but about as perfect as it gets.
Yeah, of course. And I guess the add-ons at home, coming in here. Again, this playoff bracket, you guys were not the favorites to win. You had to go through a lot of tough teams to get here, but you just continue to take down teams week after week. All of your wins were either 4-0 or 4-1. You guys didn't drop more than 2 games in a series. Seriously, this whole bracket, you lost only 2 games. That was in, I think, your first round and your semifinals. You guys just don't lose, it looks like. And is there anything you want to kind of add to that? What if you have like any kind of what's the special sauce? What's the reason that you guys don't lose?
I mean, we're just better, I guess. Like that's the.
All right. I was trying to learn here. I was trying to scout things out because I have my playoffs coming up for Skyward Series, and I'm just telling me to be good. That's
Yeah,
a bit too
but-
difficult for me.
They'll work.
yeah, I'd say something. I mean, we lose, like we lose, but when it comes to game day, we just try to give it our all and put our best foot forward for like the whole squad and team, and try to get like the morale up and everything, and just a vibe really.
Yeah.
And that's all the chemistry. Me and been teaming for almost a year. I think next week is our 1 year that we've been teamed
Yeah.
up together. So it's been great. I mean, it was really good. Yeah.
Yeah, and not only having that chemistry, but being able to uplift each other and stay positive. Even in the downtimes, which you guys didn't have much through the playoffs, but even when you face adversity, if you have somebody on the team that's immediately mad or immediately blaming each other, it does not work. So I love that you said that. And that was actually going to be my question. So you said you've been with Ohm for a year. How long have you guys all 3 been together?
Me, Helpless, I knew because of Six Man's, and I just knew he was a fire player. He's so good, and I just asked him to get picked up, and he did. So around the same time, I
Okay.
guess, but a little bit later on. But yeah, he just meshed really well.
Oh, joining us actually is Helpless. Hello, Helpless, and we got you in. Don't worry. Again, you take the championship. You get that win. I don't think you guys have ever won LOS before, so I mean now again, correct me if I'm wrong. You guys haven't won LOS before, right?
No.
Nah, we haven't. No,
No, again,
this is
so
the
now-
first one. So
So now getting it, now getting it in season 2 against some really tough opponents, Helpless. Again, you guys have to fight your way through here. That regular season was nowhere near perfect, but you kind of whipped yourself into shape with the playoffs. What about the playoffs? Is what makes you guys so strong? Because it seems like under that pressure, you guys should perform even better than when you aren't. Thanks for the answer, Helpless.
I
All
mean,
right,
he. I'd say he brings something that like no other teammate I've seen brings. He brings like this energy that sparks up the whole squad to just be better. And
Always
he just
giggling.
holds us mad accountable. So I appreciate that heavy. So yeah,
Always giggling in the background.
yeah.
Helpless singing in the background. Hey, no problem, Helpless. Again, big win. Zenzo, I think we'll have you ask one more question to one of these guys, then we're gonna wrap this thing up. Is there anything else that you want to ask Omega Fury?
So before I let you go, number one, congratulations. Definitely assume you guys are sticking together as a squad. I only gotta ask what you guys got lined up for the celebration because I know tonight's gonna be fun.
I
Right.
mean,
Yes.
yeah. Plus, I'm having some good food right now, so
Hey, that's how I celebrate. That's exactly how I celebrate. So
You gotta tell us now.
Sure.
What is that food?
Yeah. What is it, bro?
It's some. I mean, I don't know the exact name, but it's some chicken. So
He's eating
I love
chicken.
chicken.
He's got
love that
himself
shit.
some chicken.
nah,
I
go
love
get
it.
a fillet. You gotta go get a steak after that.
I'm
After
getting
that victory.
quesadillas, so.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Mm,
Again, that sounds amazing. Again, congratulations on your win of 4-1. Again, what a huge matchup here to take down 135 Sky Blue, the second time this season in the grand finals now. But again, before that's over, we're gonna go through all of you. We'll go through quick shoutouts here to end off your season. And actually, before that, you guys are still in the ATS Black Lotus Fall Open. You might be getting to the playoffs there as well. I think you need to win this week to do that. But again, you guys have a lot of chance to get there. It's a tougher tournament though. Overall, anything you want to say about that tournament? Anything quickly you want to say about that tournament?
I mean, we did play, and we're 2-2 right now. So hoping on game differential, we do make it. But
yeah.
yeah,
Hey,
that's we
we're
just
on
gotta
the
hope on that.
wait, we're on the verge, but we expect to put the same work we put in today and to that, and just
Mm-hmm.
hope for the best.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Yep.
again, I know, again, if you guys can make it to those playoffs, you'll be one of the scariest teams there. Again, congratulations on your win here in LOS Gems. Again, before you go, we'll go through and we'll run down some shoutouts. We'll start with Helpless. Is there anybody you want to shout out? Anything you want to say to
Hey,
anybody in chat?
I'm shouting out to my team, man.
Yes,
Been
sir.
through all the downfalls together and all that.
Well, of course, again, shout out to the team. From Helpless. Shizo, next up, is there anything that you want to add to that?
Shout out to everyone in the chat. I mean, y'all been hella supportive. All the Omega people, I love every single one of them. Thrifty, shout out to Thrifty. That's the goat. Yeah, it's just been amazing, man. Yeah.
Of course,
Hopefully we can continue under this banner. So yeah.
Hey, you guys. I mean, I don't think you're gonna be. You're going to stop winning anytime soon. Here is now. We move on to the captain. I'm sure there's a lot of things you want to say to wrap things up. Is there anything you want to say to just kind of, end off this interview on your championship victory?
I mean, they pretty much said it all. Like, shout out Omega, shout out my team, of course. Like Helpless said, we went through a lot of downs, but like this is a huge up, and hopefully want to continue in that trajectory. Shout out Squishes also.
Yeah, shout out to Squeezes, bro. I love him.
Yes,
That's my goat.
I was
I'm finna make me cry, bro.
Oh, hey, I don't blame you, Shizo. You know what? You should definitely do that in that celebration, VC. Again, congratulations on your win. You're making the Omega Esports organization proud. Congratulations, and continue celebrating here the rest of the night. And take care. Hopefully, I'll get to see you again very soon.
Of course, thank you for the
sir.
pass. Thank you.
Big
Thanks,
GG's,
Cordy.
boys.
Thanks, N0. Appreciate y'all.
Appreciate it. Y'all have a
Appreciate
great
y'all.
night
Of
as well.
Yeah.
Thank you all so much. As Zen Zero, I know that's at the end of your night here. Again, you're not going to be joining me for that next matchup, which will be FFE Sublime versus Sloth Dojo. So, is there anything that you have to say here to end off this matchup before we'll go to a quick commercial break?
No, you already know what I'm gonna say. Big shout out to you, Sporty, and your community. Always a blast to be here, and I'll definitely be back soon.
Again, thank you so much for joining Zen Zero. I know we're gonna have you on stream again very soon. I know we're gonna have you for the ATS at some point when their
Yeah.
Black Lotus championships happen on, I think it's September 30th, October 1st. That's next week. You guys won't want to miss any of that because I am one of the directors for that. So you're gonna get to see some great action here on the mainstream. This will be the mainstream, by the way, if you guys are wondering. So, hey, it's gonna be a fun night again. Again, thank you so much for joining. Thank you, Zen Zero. Everybody, show support to Zen Zero, who will be going live very soon on twitch.tv/ZenZR very soon. Again, thank you all so much for joining. Zen Zero, thank you so much for joining yourself. We're going to be going to a quick commercial break. When we come back, it will be FFE Sublime versus Sloth Dojo, a Blackline Championship Series matchup. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be another best of 7, so you won't want to miss it at all here because it's two teams fighting in the upper bracket to keep, again, to kind of start their playoff bracket well. It's going to be a tough one, but we know that they can do it. Again, that series will be coming up very soon. We'll see you guys in just a little while. Welcome back. Welcome back, everybody. Sporty stream. I'm Sporty FC. It's nice to see you all here again. Again, we had a grand finals match earlier today. In fact, let's take a look at our schedule just anyways, because, yeah, we had a grand finals match where Omega Fury took down 135 Sky Blue 4-1. Got another best of 7 coming up with FFV for Final Form Entertainment Sublime. Taking on Sloth for Sloth Squad Nation Dojo. Here for the Black Lion Championship Series Contenders Series Winners Round 1. It's another playoff match with playoff implications. Want to take a look at that bracket? Well, we have the upper bracket for you. We'll show you that as well. Winner of this matchup, we'll be playing the winner of Adrenaline Rush and Sloth Busters. We do not actually have that result listed for us, but we will have it listed soon. And this will be another best of 7, since this is part of the upper bracket of the playoffs here. Again, this is a very long playoff bracket. This is just the rounds all the way up to the winners quarterfinals, so the winner semifinals, winners finals, and obviously grand finals. And we aren't even including the lower bracket here and all 10 of its rounds. So a very big bracket. A lot of teams here. There's 30 teams total. Oh, there's 28 teams total here in this bracket. Again, it's a long bracket. It's not going to be an easy one. And if you lose here, you have to play in that lower round 1. And by the way, that is a best of 5. You do not want to end up there at all if you don't have to. Matchup. We're starting in just a few moments. Big one. It's a very important match. Gotta be prepared for it if you're on either of these teams. Again, it's FFV Sublime, Sloth, Dojo. Again, Sloth part of the Sloth Squad Nation organization. Let's take a look at these lineups. And that's the lineups I've got here. Well, see if maybe there's any changes to that. But for now, again, that seems to be the lineups that have been provided. FFV, they have that one extra player. Sloth has too many teams that are good. Hi, Falcons. Yeah, don't blame me. Sloth has a lot of really good teams. They got Sloth Light. They got Sloth Dark. Actually, that's pretty funny to me. They have so many. They have Sloth Sus, who's in the Masters series. They have a lot of good teams. As again, here we go. Prediction poll is up. Make your predictions known if you want to. Again, I'll tell you about these teams in the regular season. Sloth Dojo ended up 3rd in their grouping. By the way, these teams were in different groups, so they actually have never played each other before. Well, those who were 3rd in their group with a record of 4-3. The end of their regular season. I'll them win that final match against True Infinity, and that actually didn't make it. Besides Sloth, Dojo, FFV Sublime ended up their group as 2nd, 6-1. They had a much better record. Their one loss in the season came to Sloth Superior, another Sloth team, my goodness, who is currently in that winners round 2. So yeah, they had to lose to one of the top teams in this league, and again, they're still looking like a very strong team. Sublime. They beat everybody else. Very strong opponent. Gonna definitely prove to be a strong team as well. And just waiting on these teams again. We're just a few minutes away from our match start time here. And it is a best of 7. And Sans, that's your team? Oh, that's your team, Sansbar. That's interesting. You gotta book me, man. I wanna actually, I'd love to see Sloth Superior at some point. To be fair, the Sloth organization's nice. You guys are cool. I like Sloth Squad Nation. You do get hard carried? No, okay, Sans. Well, alright. I won't say anything about that. I feel that too, man. I'm on New Age Panthers. We're not in Black Line, we're in Skyward Series. I don't play that often. There's a reason why. I get that. Actually, if you want to see New Age Panthers, if you do want to see, again, New Age Panthers, we'll be playing Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern on the Skyward Series mainstream. No, we won't be on the Skyward Series mainstream. We actually don't have a caster right now. We need to find a caster for a quarterfinal matchup. More of actually rather the league needs to find one, because they want to kind of work that out. But we'll have a caster enough. Pay attention to my Twitter at SportyFCRL for updates. And yeah, Sloth Dojo's a solid team. Sloth Dojo's very good. They are the heavy favorites in this matchup. Although with that said, again, they have a 6-1 record. The group that Sloth Dojo in was a very tough group. The second best team is 5-2. All these teams took wins against each other. It's a really tough group, actually. There's no real better team in that group. There's all these really good teams, and so either that group itself is just, again, that group is all really even leveled. These guys have never played each other though, so who knows what it'll be like. The time of the date, 7 p.m. Saturday. If you want to join in, Falcons. My co-casting for Zen for this game. I am not. Zen's running his own stream. He's usually not available at 10. So, yeah, he's running. He has his own stream today. Good time. Oh, hey, again. Oh, you want to cast Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern? Falcons, if you want to do Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern, message Slepless that you get involved. I have room for one more. You want to join Falcons? I can have you join. You're in my server, right? You want to join in, Falcons? I'll have you join. If you want to join me, that's fine. I'll have you join in. I'll have to tell the teams very quickly, but I can. Yeah, if you want to join me, Falcons, go for it. I know who you are, so that's fine. It's a bit last second, though. Here, join me in my server. We'll have you join me. And what's happening, Falcons? That's cool. Oh, hello, Vital. Yeah, I know. I was gonna say, you guys know who Falcons is. I think you're in Black Lion as a caster of Falcons, so. Oh yeah, you definitely are. Why wouldn't you be? What's happening, Falcons? I don't know if you want to set up a camera, but I can always make a room for you. Again, well, if Falcons wants to join in, we'll have you join me, Falcons. I don't have a problem with that. I can wait a little bit. Wait a few minutes on this matchup, but can't wait too long. No camera? Alright, that's not a problem. Oh yeah, you can join me, Falcons. Let's get this. We can get this going. You look like a mess. I feel that. I feel that. I don't blame you, man. And thanks for letting me know, Vital, that you guys have already heard that. You're joining through party? Oh, you're not gonna join my stream, Falcons? You're just gonna spectate? I don't know if we can do that, but I'll have you. Yeah, I'll have you join my party. That's fine. That's easy. You are online, right, Falcons? But yeah, we can have you there. Do you want to join my VC, Falcons? You can join my VC right now if you want to. I am in my server, so. Again, we're gonna get the series started very soon. Oh, he's hopping in. Hey, don't worry, Falcons. Again, these guys actually haven't even joined yet. Match lobby info has been sent, so we are just waiting on them, but should be here in just a minute or so. Guys, hello, Falcons. How you doing? Nice to have you joining me. You know, last second edition, but hey, nice to have you, Falcons. I haven't worked with you in a while, man.
Yeah, it's been a minute. It's been a minute.
It has been a very long minute, Falcons. I think you have a very strange perception of time.
Well, minutes do go by quickly, so and you got a fair point there. But yeah, no, it's been a while since I've casted both these teams, actually, Sublime and Sloth Dojo. I'm surprised they actually are having a rematch for BLCS, so this is gonna be pretty fun.
Yeah, again, they didn't play each other in the regular season, though, so that's what's gonna make this interesting. Are you on the game, Falcons?
I am.
You
might
are,
have
right.
to send me a friend request though.
I do have you as a friend, unless it's a different account.
It is a different account, yes.
Of course it is. Of course it is. Here, just send me a friend request. I'll let you in.
Gotcha.
As I was like, it doesn't show me that he's online. Yeah, it's a different account. I can get you in there. Don't worry. Yeah, we'll have joining in. Both teams do know, so that's nice. There you go. So yeah, we can have you join me, man. You are also a Black Line caster, so not like it's gonna be weird that you're just here. But hey, have you joined in? It will be a best of 7. Obviously, you know that all upper bracket matches and playoffs in Black Line Championship Series are always best of 7. So gotta win 4 games to go through. I will say this week so far, I've seen a lot of really close, really one-sided series, and that they end off really. They might have close games, but they end off like 4-0, 4-1. So hoping that maybe the series will be a little different than that.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a best of 7.
That's interesting. So this is, I think, the first time. I don't want to say this just yet. I think this is the first time I think I've seen Sublime play in a best of 7 scenario. I know they played plenty of best of 5, so I have experience with that. So this is definitely going to test if they need that extra push or not for a best of 7. So it's going to be a little bit of a test for Sublime right now.
Yeah, it will definitely be a test for them. I mean, I will say it seems like on paper they had a tougher group as well. I mean, the second best team in the group going 5-2. That's a very close group. If that's the second best team, again, reminder: Sloth Dojo was second best in their group, and they're 6-1. So it's a strange group that Sublime were in. They just really, even though they were the third team of that group, they just barely made it. And that's the scary thing about that group that they're in. That group is full of a ton of really good teams.
Indeed, indeed. In fact, what are some of the current teams right now that are still in the bracket? Because I know there was a bunch
all
of
teams are still in the
that's
bracket.
currently. For contenders,
teams.
like what are some of the opponents that are still like in the bracket right now?
What do you mean by still in the bracket? Do you mean like still in the upper bracket?
Like future opponents, you'd say.
Oh, potential future opponents. The next matchup they would have would be against the winner of Adrenaline Rush Sloth Busters.
Because I remember seeing like some of the opponents they had bye matches. Some of them were still looking to play their round one. That's why I know Sloth. Sloth has a bunch of teams in
do.
this bracket specifically. I
do.
think I remember. I think it was Superior had a bye match. I think Hounds was also in
There
this.
are 5 teams in this bracket, I think. So
Jesus, that is
yeah,
a lot
Superior
of
does that.
teams.
Is also the one to buy. Yeah, Superior destroyed their group. I think they were undefeated in their group. I could be wrong. They were. They're 7-0, and they had to play Sublime as well. That was the only loss Sublime ever had, was to Sloth Superior.
I know. There's also some other really impressive teams as well, like Team Ignition. They're currently undefeated, I believe, as well.
They're also undefeated. Thank you for supporting Ignition. That's an org I'm on. So yeah, I know they've had a good series. Although the group has been kind of topsy turvy. So I think the first week they have to play Sloth Hounds. I think they're actually playing tonight. That's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be a really scary match because they're playing tonight. Unfortunately, I couldn't take it because it was like a last second thing. So fortunate.
I remember back. I think I'm trying to remember exactly which match it was in the group stage. I want to say it was week 1 and week 2 when I saw them play. I know they played against Evolve Shadow in their first week for Sublime. I know Sublime also played Adrenaline Esports Elite and Galactic Hubble. But those are the only 3 games I really remember. If I do remember correctly, though, I think Sloth Superior also had a game against Sublime in their 4th week in their group. I do believe that was
the one
of
loss
the
they
games
had.
for Sloth Superior 1. Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, this is gonna be very interesting. Maybe Sublime might get a rematch against a Sloth team. So this will be interesting.
It will be as. Hey, we just got a message from JP. They're in the lobby. And what's nice is, all the names make, I think, sense here, because that was one of the things I had worries about, was if the names didn't make sense. Oh no, there's one person I don't know. I think that's TF Dodo's flight, but let me ask anyways. Who's who? Let me go message. We're gonna go by the names that they have been listed by officially. I'm assuming flight is TF Do, and that's what F stands for. It's the flight T maybe. I don't know, but we'll find out. I'm gonna message Teach real quick so that we can actually make sure we know who's who. Because who knows, it could be Asuma. Could be Asuma. Again, I think it's Teach, Vital, and Do versus Big C Dubs, JP, and Jaegers. You're in this again. Best 7 is, yeah, I just got conversion. It is. There we go. Again, everything's kind of been sorted out. Again, we'll be referring to Flight. By the way, if you see the in-game name Flight, that is Do. Again, I think that's what the F stands for. Is here we go. Let's get this best of 7 going. The final match of the night here. And I just noticed I made a mistake. 1 sec. Oh no. I actually have the LOS Champs logo. That's the wrong one. Let me make sure I get the right logo on so that when we're streaming, we're streaming a Blacklight match, not an LOS match. Here we go. Best of 7 series. In the winners round 1, FFV Sublime versus Sloth Dojo Falcons. You've talked about these teams in length. Now we get to see them play, and in the playoffs, this is where the pressure can add on.
Indeed, indeed. Enough talk, more action here. And the best action I think you could start off with is Jaeger scoring the first goal here. Beautiful setup here from the first challenger, Big C Dubs off the sidewall, throwing the shot to the back wall. He didn't get the double, but it was a setup for Jaegers. And if it is one thing I know about Sloth Dojo is that they like setting each other up. I've seen them play before again. If it was one thing I know is that they have a good team ethic. They get those passing plays across and they keep the possession and pressure at a pretty strong high. If they have momentum, they will definitely keep it, and they'll take every opportunity they definitely can. As we're already in the first 20 seconds as well, Sloth Dojo grabbing the first goal.
Sloth Dojo again, up by 1. FFE Sublime though, I love this counter pressure. They didn't like that first goal against them, and now they're trying to push for it. Big C-Dubs will get that one off the save from JP. Now in the midfield, C-Dubs for the pass. That's just cut by Teach. Again, look at this from Sublime. An immediate answer here for Sloth Dojo. Sure, they haven't scored, but a goal seems almost inevitable if they have this kind of pressure. Falcons, it's only a matter of time, although Sloth Dojo will clear it away. Jaegers redirects. Oh, on target! Jaegers! That is incredible!
What a shot that was. A beautiful, strong pass upfield by Big C-Dubs again to Jaegers. And again, when they got the team plays, they connect to it. Big C-Dubs a long clear up the field and a beautiful redirect by Jaegers to get the second goal. And we're still not even in the first minute already. And Sloth Dojo now expand their lead to 2. The shot to the midfield, but Jaegers able to clear it away. Teach on the ball as it's popped up high. Jaegers trying to look for the clear, but Vital is there. A good demo on the defender as well from Teach, removing Big C-Dubs from the equation. It's now up to Sublime, trying to see if they could put one goal on the board, trying to minimize that goal differential Sloth Dojo has built up in the first minute. But Jaegers breaking through the defense, looking to take it down the field, but Flight, I mean, he has Flight in his name for a reason. He took Flight to get the save, and now he's looking for a counterattack. 50 at the midfield. Pressure still on for FFE Sublime. A beautiful fake here. Vital left in a 1v1, trying to force to 50, but Big C-Dubs back at it again for the rescue.
And you'll love to see the implementation of demos there. You saw Doe go across. You have Doe. Maybe, I wonder what the T stands for, because I think the F stands for Flight. That's in the midfield. That's almost number 3 for Sloth Dojo. Getting chased around here by Sublime, but Sublime couldn't get their chance to work for them. And Dojo, I mean, the pace at which they're going, and again, you said this connection they have. You can sense these guys have that connection. They have that chemistry. No matter how long these guys have been together, they just are reading each other exceptionally well. These balls are not being put just in any space. They're putting in space for each other to follow. And Sublime are having to play a game where they have to read that a little bit faster than Sloth Dojo, and that is just not going to be easy here. And Dojo already up by 2. They haven't scored in a while, though. None of these teams have scored in a while. As we move into the halfway point of game 1. Again, I like what I saw from Sublime with those demo plays, but they need to make the most of them because they're not going to get a lot of chances if their offense is this weak at getting opportunities.
Definitely, and it feels like every single time Sublime has a build-up going, it just gets either one of two things. Either they get challenged or the shot gets cleared away. Sloth Dojo, not only did they gain a 2-goal lead, but they're also phenomenal at playing in defense as well. So far, Sublime only having 3 shots, 2 of which were saved away by the defense, which we saw earlier in the game. But right now, we're closing out the last 2 minutes here. Sublime, they're going to need to pull a miracle out of the basket that they got right now because, again, time is dwindling down here. You got players such as Jaeger, such as Big C-Dubs, who can make counterattacks out of defensive clears and make team plays off of it as well. As right now they're in the works of doing another one here as it's going to be cleared away. Flight, this time clearing it to the right side, has plenty of room to work with here as it's a 2v1. It's a shot into the corner, double demo in the midfield, or double demo in front of the net, correction, as we set up a midfield play. Here's an open net opportunity, and Teach is going to put one to the back of the net. A minute 33 on the board here, and you saw the double demo right in front of the net. A vital demo there, opening up the net, removing a defender from the equation, and making it a little easier to score, as we are now within a scoring, possible tied game here. 1 goal away from tying up the game here with about 90 seconds on the board left to go.
It wasn't Vital's demo, Falcons. I think you read the wrong player there. Okay, that was a bad joke. You can please pity laugh at Falcons. Please. No, thank you, man. That was a bad joke here. Sublime, they don't really care about my bad jokes about the names and words here in the field. It's Sloth Dojo down the field. Big C-Dubs demoed away. Doe's been going after people. Let's just be real honest. Doe has just been chasing people all game long. The demos from Sublime, again, it's definitely what has worked against Sloth Dojo. You can just see, look at this pressure now, a chance. But that's going to be saved away. Teacher's trying to get rid of Big C-Dubs, but it will be cleared anyways by Sloth Dojo. As they look to their lead in this final minute. Jaegers off the back wall. Doe will get up to it and will be pinched outwards. JP, around 1, it will be Teach to the side wall. Now looking in the midfield. Jaegers, that's not on target. Doe almost missed that one, but he will get to it anyways. Sloth Dojo continue their challenging, just holding the ball on offense, not giving Sublime any opportunity to go down the field. Here comes Jaegers to the back wall. That's not in. JP will shoot. Insurance back in Sloth Dojo's favor.
And yeah, beautiful setup here by Jaegers. throwing the shot to the back wall, setting up JP on the follow-up. I think right now Dojo's method is more of just to flutter the defense, cause some chaos, and then capitalize off of that chaos in net. Sublime, every single opportunity they had at that clear, they couldn't quite connect to the ball. You saw two defenders go for the challenge, and now, I mean, well, now there's just no defenders in there. JP able to finish off that shot here. That's two players from the Dojo roster with 2 goals to their name here. Big C Dubs whiffed the challenge, but JP was there for the shot. Far post shot as well. 3-goal differential is now what differs these two teams apart from each other. Back just a couple seconds ago was a 1-goal differential, now a 3-goal. It shows how quickly the momentum can shift, especially when Sloth Dojo has the momentum in their favor. But last couple of seconds, it's looking like a win here for Sloth Dojo, but again, it is a best of 7 for a reason. Plenty of games still left to go here, and game 1 is something I like to call a breeding ground, a testing ground, if you want to call it that. Seeing exactly what experiments they can do on the field, seeing what works well and what doesn't. But yeah, we're going to close out this game here. Shot to the back wall as Big C Dubs ends out game number 1 with a 4-1 win for Sloth Dojo. As we got Jaegers, we got JP, and we also have Big C Dubs getting game number
Falcon's
1.
watching too much anime.
Yes.
He's watching too much anime. Honestly, that would be a great. I would love to see a Sloth do like a logo of Sloth Jojo. That would actually look amazing. We need that now. We need that. You know, Falcons, we gotta make a 3v3 team and just call it Sloth Jojo.
Now, Sloth Anime, that would be a beautiful name. Just saying.
Falcons wouldn't leave that team. That's for sure. We're gonna be moving into our next game very soon here. It looks like actually we might see a change up. I don't know. Okay, somebody by the name of Sox has joined. I'm hoping that is that one of the subs for this team. We'll have to find out here. Anyways, we're gonna be moving into game number 2. Sloth Dojo with the first strike, and again, you gotta appreciate that kind of pressure they're bringing here. And you really again explained it well, Falcons. They find each other. They have that pace. They have that aggression. The only thing that FFV Sublime have on offense is those demos, and I think they really need to kind of cling on to that kind of game plan because it is one that can work.
Definitely, yeah. I mean, again, when you look at a team like Sloth Dojo, you have players like Jaeger, and you specifically have players like JP. They tend to sync up with each other pretty well. I mean, in the first game, we saw a lot of the passing plays coming from them. Not to mention, if it's not JP, then it's also Big C Dubs. Every single player got involved on the play, whether it's a team play, whether it's a goal, whether it's a defensive save. Every single player has some sort of aspect on the field helping out. And that's what you gotta love, because you don't have to rely on one player to do kind of like the carry of the team. You have even distributed, I guess you could say even distributed pressure and attributions here, as we see a nice long shot here. It's going to go off the back wall. An opportunity on the follow by Flight as he's going to clear it to the right corner. Going to look for the infield passing play, but Big C Dubs going to miss the ball there. Teach putting it back into the corner of the Sloth Dojo. Now, if it's anything I know about Sublime, is that they are not going to go out without a loss here. As I mean, they went a loss in the first game, but they're going to look for a comeback here, and it all begins with the first goal like this right here. Vital power shot there, nice demo on the back line defender by Teach, opening up the net just a little bit for the goal to go in. And again, Sublime, they're not going to go down without a fight here. Game 1 was an experiment. Game 1 was seeing where they can and where they can't go wrong, and now they got their intel. Now they got the information they need, and here's a fresh new game.
It is a fresh new game as joining us here with the raid is Valhalla Esports. Thank you for the raid. I know you guys were streaming some Rocket League. Hopefully your night has been exciting. We're here in a best of 7 for the Blackline Championship Series at Sloth Dojo. FFV Sublime, both teams in winners round 1. There are 7 matchups in that winners bracket alone if you want to take the win. It's a long road to get to the finals, and both these teams are trying to make that road start here. FFV Sublime, they lost game 1, now trying to make that comeback here. As again, I will say one thing that we should note, again, Flight also goes by the name Doe. That is the official name he goes by, so you're going to hear me refer to him by that. I know Falcons have been going by Flight. I think both names work just fine, as right now, though, speaking of Doe, he's in an awkward position. Maybe a shot will come, but that will go wide from Jaeger's Sloth Dojo. Their first real sniff at offense, and it did not end well for them. A lot of players getting stuffed in that defensive half. FFV Sublime putting on some strong 50-50 challenges.
Indeed, here is Jaeger looking for the dribble down the field here. We're going to see an early challenge by Teach, putting it back into the corner. And from what I'm hearing as well is that Taquito just said that they went to a best of 5, game 5 OT, which is very, very impressive.
Same. That must have been, yeah, that has to be an AGL match then. Because AGL is the only one that I think has best of 5s in the playoffs. Oh yeah, it is, because I just read the chat.
Yep.
It is. Well, thank you for joining, Taquito. Well, again, I'm happy that you had fun with that series. I've been having fun tonight. We saw an LOS Champs Finals match just like an hour ago, where we saw Omega Fury win against 135 Sky Blue. Now again, we have a matchup here in round 1 of the winners bracket for Sloth Dojo FV Sublime. Sloth Dojo! Oh, that's just wide from Jaegers. That looked like it might have been open. I know you may have had a better view on that, Falcons. That looked like the real opportunity that Sloth Dojo could have taken.
Definitely, and right now, I mean, we're right now on the defensive end for Sublime. They're looking to clear the ball as quickly as possible, but they're just not able to. Big C Dubs able to put one in the back of the net here. Sloth Dojo, they were throwing shot after shot after shot, throwing it to the back wall. JP trying to find the near post territory, but then Big C Dubs coming to follow up with the goal, tying up the series. About half of the game still left to go as well. Sloth Dojo does get the equalizer. They're going to need to get another goal to take the lead. Same goes with Sublime as Flight. Looking for the low 50 here with JP looking for the dribble. Flicks it up high to the back. We're looking for a potential follow-up again. It's these connection plays that Dojo has been known for. Getting these team plays, getting these passes across, and keeping up the pressure on the offense, especially when it comes to throwing a shot to the back. Well, that's something that they're pretty crafty at. However, both teams going to have to play some pretty strong defense here, as that's a beautiful save. He jumps up to clear it away. It's into the corner. Vital able to clear it back to the opposite corner, but Jaegers able to control it here. Plenty of room to work with here off the left wall. Looking for a potential midfield pass, but a nice shadow defense by Flight as we close out the last 2 minutes of game number 2.
Oh, that should have gone in from Vital. That was a huge backflip. Sloth Dojo are going to be saved there. FFV Sublime should be up 2-1 by that chance, Falcons. That was a huge missed opportunity. Here comes Jaegers! What a shot from Jaegers! Sloth Dojo somehow got fortune to favor them on defense. On offense, they're gonna make sure this chance counts. Instead of being down by 1, they'll be up by 1. 1 goal from Jaegers, and that might be the difference maker.
Indeed, and Sloth Dojo reclaiming the lead. They won the first game. Now they're in the lead for the second game here. We're going to possibly be looking at what game 3 might look like, unless we can see Sublime get this goal here. It's a shot to the back wall, not quite in. Flight on the follow, but it's off the side post. And, I mean, you look at Sloth Dojo right now. Whenever they play defense, they bunker up. They make sure they can cover every single angle, the majority of the net as well. And I mean, Sublime right now, they're struggling to break through. It's a shot to the back wall here. JP able to clear it away. And it's like every single opportunity Sublime has is taken away by a member of Dojo, whether it's on the back wall, whether it's by 50, whether it's by any clear challenge that we've seen. And I mean, it leads to huge counterattack clears from Dojo so far. You look at players like Jaegers, and you look at players like Big C Dubs, players who are known for making these swift counterattack plays like we saw in game 1. As right now, we're closing out the last minute here. It's only a goal that has what's called in between these two teams, but we look at game number 1, a very similar situation. Sloth Dojo up by 1, and then we saw what happens when the momentum shifts in the favor of the victor, Sloth Dojo, and it's looking like we might see a repeat of history right now. Sloth Dojo, they are picking up the pace massively here in the second half of this game as they get the third goal right here, 33 seconds left to go.
Yeah, again, what a goal here at Sloth Dojo. Again, on insurance, it seems like every single game, in the final seconds, they just kind of pull everything together. By the way, you guys might have heard that beeping sound. That's my headset. My headset died on me for a second there. It's back. I can actually hear Falcons now, which is nice. You gotta hear the amazing voice of a bird here as Big C Dubs off the corner. Oh, man, that's a miss, Jaegers! Saved by Teach. FFV Sublime will clear it away. They gotta make a comeback. They gotta make a chance. Vital. The dribble. Looking for the bump. Big C Dubs with a big time stop. Sloth Dojo. And that stop may have just secured them game 2. FFV Sublime are still searching, but that will be cleared as well. Final 10 seconds time. Running out here in game 2. Sloth Dojo will go up 2-0 in the series. Winners round 1. Currently favoring the favorites as they're trying to take down Sublime. And that is exactly what you need if you are the top-seeded team in this playoff bracket match.
Indeed, Sloth Dojo taking home game number 1 and game number 2 almost in a very similar manner the way they started the series off. A 3-1 lead in game 2, but a 4-1 in the first game. Now, Sloth Dojo, they were known to be kind of the team that comes back in the second half. Granted, this game, Sublime, they took home the first goal. However, Sloth Dojo, that didn't let them affect them whatsoever. We saw the team band together, get this first goal to tie it up. Then they reclaimed the lead, putting it back in a 1-goal differential. And they were, again, back in a situation where we saw them in game 1, where they had the lead by 1 point. They banded together on the defense. They held it down. And not only did they hold it down on defense, but they also set up lots of counterattack plays again. You look at the shots as well, 10 shots in total from Sloth Dojo. Same goes for Sublime, just minus a couple numbers. I'm terrible at math here. They got 7 shots in total. But Sloth Dojo, on the other hand, 10 shots, 3 of them going in, a lot of them being on target, and you could see that by the saves as well. 6 of them being saved away by Sublime, 3 of them going in, only 1 was off target, but you got, again, players like Big C Dubs and Jaegers who eventually find the back of the net when they do keep up the offense.
Yeah, you gotta love that offense. You gotta love this. As again, thank you so much for the love there, guys, in the chat. See, Sucks and Taquito with the nice comments for the graphics. Thank you so much. Yeah, I love these graphics too. They're amazing. Again, big shouts to LNDR who made them, as same rosters going into this 3rd game here. I know Sucks was trying to join in because he actually is a sub for one of these teams, but well, yeah, hasn't been called in just yet. We're going into game 4. Sorry, wow. We're going into game 3. The series is going by a lot faster, I guess, in my mind than how it actually is. As every Sublime now down 0-2 against Sloth Dojo. FFV teams have had an interesting week, I'll say at the very least. We saw recently FFV Akuma win their match in a sweep. Sublime, the underdogs in this match, might get swept by Sloth Dojo if they don't pick it up very soon.
Indeed. Well, I know both of these two franchises, they have a lot of teams, and both organizations looking to represent themselves pretty well. I mean, you can't go wrong with having a lot of your teams continuing on in the playoffs. So, I mean, again, you look at teams like Sloth, they have a lot of teams in the tournament. I mean, so far, you said it yourself, they had 5 teams. What better to have another Sloth team move on and compete against future opponents like their brothers, the Sloth Busters roster, possibly in their next round. But yeah, again, I mean, already a minute in, already a different scenario than what we saw in the first 2 games. Still 0-0 here in game number 3, not game number 4. As Jaeger's looking for a pass over to Big C Dubs. This is a shot to the back wall. Vital looking for a clear up the back wall as he hits it to the side. JP trying to stay on top of the ball here with 40 boosts in a tank here. Teach able to clear down the field as both teams kind of stuck in this ping-pong-esque type of state right now, giving up possession, going for these power clears and giving up possession back and forth. The point where we might see a breakaway play or a team play, as we actually saw an early attempt at a passing play from Sublime, but the shot was a little too high. Right now they're putting on the pressure. Jaegers able to clear it away. Teach able to shut it down. 60 boost in the tank. Will have to rotate back. His flight up for the aerial challenge. Shot to the left side of the field over to Vital. Vital full volley shot on target, but Big C able to get a beautiful save back to the left wall as Teach still continuing to pressure right now. And I mean, you look at the defense here from Sloth Dojo, and it's reminiscent of what games 1 and 2 were like. Again, Sloth Dojo keeping the defense strong and holding true to their nature, looking for a potential counterattack play. But this time, Sublime, they're playing a little bit more aggro than usual. They're shutting down a lot of these clears, a lot of these attempts from Sloth Dojo, and they're shutting them down much earlier than the last 2 games.
I think they are realizing that if they don't make make some changes soon, this series is going to be over before they even know it. Sloth Dojo have again proven that they don't have to really change anything, at least for now, to be able to counter FFV Sublime. And we're going to see if FFV Sublime, with again how strong their offense has been, if they can hold things going. As Teach waiting back, another great challenge, but that's a great dunk from Big C Dubs. Doe trying to get the clear. It's JP in the midfield. Jaegers, no shot there. Sloth Dojo again getting stopped in the midfield. FFV Sublime, do not let him go. It's Vital. What a pass in front. Teach will score. I think that's his first goal this series, and it comes at a great time for FFV Sublime. They will take the lead in game 3.
That was a beautiful touch by Vital in the corner. I guess you could say it was a Vital touch from the corner.
Oh, goodness.
We need a soundboard with the I do have that on Discord. What am I talking about?
Yeah, if you want to play it, you can play it now. I think I do have soundboards open, so if you want to play it. Oh, JP's gonna score. Well, we should stop talking about Sublime and start talking about the fact that Sloth Dojo have just tied this up.
Indeed, enough talking about soundboards. Let's talk about the field right here. JP gained a beautiful read off the back wall and an attempted clear on the defensive end for Sublime. Couldn't quite get the touch out they were looking for, and a huge capitalization here for Sloth Dojo. And again, very similar to the last game and the first game. Both teams got that tied up series. Again, FFE Sublime, they were the first to score. Dojo able to tie it back up. Now it's a matter of if Dojo can get another goal here to get back in the lead or not. But again, it's all going to start with Sublime not only playing a little bit more cautious, but also being aware of their spacing on the field as well. We have seen a lot of opportunities where they do double commit and go for the same challenges from time to time, or they do find themselves out of position, whether it's making an awkward turn or just going for the boost in the corner. We've seen some very questionable challenges in spacing on the field from Sublime so far. However, right now, I mean, Dojo on the offensive in the corner. Jaeger's sharp cut here. Vital able to clear it away. Big C Dubs. Soft touch here for JP. Double commit here from Dojo. This is a shot on target. Dangerous territory. A beautiful save by Vital as they're going to manage to keep that one out. That was a close shot.
You could say that is a Vital save. All right, we'll stop using that joke, guys. Don't worry. As FFV Sublime will keep the tie game. I cannot believe Vital got to that. He had no boost, Falcons. He intentionally went away from the boost. So often we've seen Sublime kind of go for the boost, try to hedge their bets, but there he doesn't have that opportunity. He has to go back to net. He has to put himself in between the ball and the nets, and I can't believe he got that with no boost. Just jumped in front, waited for the shot, and he'll be thankful that it went straight at him, because that was tough as well. As we're still tied, but now we're getting to the end of the game, and end of regulation is where Sloth Dojo can really show themselves up, although maybe I talked too soon. Oh no, Vital's missed that chance. A chance to take the lead. FFV Sublime may not get another one like that for a while. Here's a weird touch down the field. Jaegers kept out by Vital. JP misses that opportunity as that one just goes straight to TF Doe. Sloth Dojo waiting in the backfield. C-Dubs off the corner. Vital infield, but Teach is right behind him. Teach wasn't actually waiting for the pass. He was waiting for the shot, and Sloth Dojo look at it the other way. That's open. Where was the defense from Sublime? JP scores. Sloth Dojo in the lead.
And yeah, I mean, that was just an attempt at an infield passing play turned wrong. Sublime, they wanted to go for that infield passing play. Teach, I mean, he was busy teaching something because he was clearly not there for the shot. Sublime wasn't able to complete the passing play, and Sloth Dojo able to capitalize on the miss. And yeah, something as simple like that, a huge momentum shift like that can easily turn the favors for a team. But right now, you do not want to be taking those risks if you're Sublime, because right now, this game, if you do not score this next goal and possibly a third one, then you're going to be at match point territory. And I mean, right now, here's an opportunity, but it's off the side post flight, trying to find that far post. But Dojo now going to be one game away from taking home this best of 7 series, continuing their streak in the BLCS Season 13 Contenders series. And again, they're at match point territory. They're looking to face off against their brethren, the Sloth Busters, in the winners round 2. Again, those are also going to be best of 7s as well. But yeah, Sloth Dojo moving on in game 3, and they're going to look for a potential clean sweep against the Sublime roster. Sublime, they're going to have to wake up. They're going to have to definitely be careful on defense. They're going to have to fortify their defenses a little bit, but also be a little bit more aggressive on the field. Get some demos, cut off the challenges, and shut down any opportunities at a counterattack like what we saw in the first 2 games. We haven't seen so much counterattack plays in game 3, but Sloth Dojo, you still have to be careful of what they can do on the defense.
Yeah, you definitely do. As I think the one thing I like that you said, the demos from Sublime. I also want to see Sublime do this earlier in the game. It seems like they just wait too long to really allow that offense to be successful. And later in the game is when Sloth Dojo are better. They've scored a lot of late game winners this series. I want to see the Sublime get that lead, so that even if Sloth Dojo does score late, because they seem to do it very often, even if Sloth Dojo scores late, they're still going to have it. Right now, though, I think they've been playing just way too close. They've been waiting for the end of the game to kind of prove that they'll be their success. And right now, Sloth Dojo are just taking those late game winners. As a pick from Jaegers will not get under Teach. Doe. It's around Big C Dubs. Now looking for maybe the flip reset in the infield. Vital to the corner, bouncing play. JP challenged by Vital. That would be kept away. Jaegers challenged by Teach. FFV Sublime holding that midfield once again. It's worked for them last game. There's steps from their gameplay that are working. You just can't put it all together, and I want to see that this game is where they can do that. I mean, there's no better time to kind of put everything together unless your series is on the line. As that's a good shot. Teach just put it in. FFV Sublime will score first as Sloth Dojo got a little too happy with that left side wall.
Indeed, yeah, Teach able to capitalize off the overcommit there from the Sloth Dojo roster. The thing is, though, with Sublime is that they tend to score a lot in the first half. They tend to score the first goal of the past 3 series, but again, we haven't really seen them take advantage of not only the spacing, but we also haven't seen them hold the lead as much as we would like to see. Sublime getting the first goal here. They're going to need the consistency, but they're also going to need the stamina to hold off against Sloth Dojo, because it feels like Sublime, it feels like they tend to get the early lead, but then they also kind of lose the momentum a little bit. They have the first goal, but then their vision gets cloudy in a way. They throw the shot to the back wall here. Sloth Dojo, on the other hand, they seem focused through and through. They know the situation. They're down by 1. They get the blood flowing, and they get the momentum slowly building up here. And, I mean, you look at the timer right now. We're already 1:30 in. Still plenty of time here for Sloth Dojo. But, again, Sloth Dojo, they're at a match point territory. Sublime, they need to get the second goal here, but it's going to be going in. Teach through the initial shot on target. Vital with the follow-up. Flight throwing a beautiful shot on target. Teach with the doink redirect attempt there. Jaegers with the temporary save. And Vital, he says, you know what? Enough. We're going to put that one in. The first shot should have gone in, but didn't. So I'm going to finish the job. 2-0 now. And this is the first time we're actually seeing Sublime get a 2-goal differential. Sloth Dojo gonna have to put in a little bit more work here. Double touch attempt on target as well. Teach able to get a touch out. Vital off of the aerial will recover on the ground dribble play. Throws a shot to the right wall. Gonna look for a 50. But Big C able to take it down the field instead. Teach missing a challenge here. Big C pass 2 defenders. Flight looking for a potential control in the corner. So a shot on target, but Vital able to get yet another save as we're approaching the halfway mark right now. Sloth Dojo, they need to get 2 goals to tie it up and 3 to take home the series. I mean, Sporty, what do you think Sublime needs to do right now to get potentially a game in their favor?
I don't want to see them play defensive. They've done that too often. They've given Sloth Dojo. This is where US on Sublime. Oh no. Are you there?
Yep, I am here.
Uh-oh, game is just like crashed for me. Uh-oh.
Oh.
Yo, what's happening here, guys? My internet's fine. I hope the
That's
lobby
not-
didn't just like... Is the game
No.
fine for you?
Yeah, everything's fine for me. Well,
One sec, let me join back in. What's happening, Falcons? Tell us exactly what's happening.
all right, well, I mean, it is still 2-0 here. We're 2:12 on the clock here as Vital looking for the 50 against Jaegers. It's popped up into the midfield. Big C Dubs is there for the challenge. Full volley on target, but Flight able to clear it back into the corner. It's now Flight on the right wall. Gets a beat past one challenger, JP, as Big C Dubs at the midfield. Ground to aerial attempt. Going to get cleared by Vital. Jaegers popping the ball up high for Big C. Double commit between Jaegers and Vital. Or Jaegers and Big C as Flight looking for the dribble
Back.
away as JP throwing the shot to the back wall. Vital able to get a power clear up the field over to Flight. No power or no passing play will connect. Vital pass into the infield up the back wall, but it's cleared away again as Teach full volley past the midfield here. The last 90 seconds. You guys didn't miss much. Same score line. However, Sloth Dojo, they've come very close to getting a goal, and they will find the back of the net just in the nick of time here. Sloth Dojo getting the first goal on the board in game number 4. Last 90 seconds.
That second touch from Big C Dubs, that was incredible. Off that sidewall to get around that second defender, to give him that open space in the backfield. That was just a great touch from Big C Dubs. And again, you said it, Sloth Dojo. Sure, they might be down by 2. I don't see this as being all that impossible for this team, and they've shown that they can, make magic happen in these, final minutes, late in games. We can see it again from this team. Would not be too surprising as Big C Dubs bump on JP. Here comes Doe, and that one will be just barely wide from Jaegers. Now off the corner. Love Dojo with Jaegers. Beat by Teach. Big C Dubs. 50. That's going to go over Vital here. Here comes JP. The chance to shoot. But also the block from the TF Doe. Big C Dubs. The midfield. Vital has that one. Sloth Dojo's going to go all the way back. JP with the control. Big clears from Sloth Dojo. Looking for each other. The pass. Big C Dubs will wait on it. It's been out. Bounce in the midfield. Here comes Jaegers off the back wall. Follow up shot. That's off the bar. Here comes JP. That's not on either. And it will be FFV Sublimes. Jaegers. Ooh, went a little too far up for that challenge. Here comes Big C Dubs. Off the sidewall. Interesting touch there. Just trying to look for an outward pass to Jaegers. But Teach has the block. FFV Sublime will hold their lead for now. But they've got to get out of defense. This is a lot of pressure on them.
Indeed, right now, and the added pressure, added factor, if you want to call it, of needing to win this game or else you're out of the tournament right now is definitely a huge factor. Nice bump on the last defender. Is going to open up the opportunity for Flight to score, but the shot will go wide. Another opportunity in the corner. The last couple of seconds remaining. Sloth Dojo needs this ball alive. They do not want it to touch the ground. However, Vital will close out this game. We're not going to have a sweep. Put away your broom. Sloth Dojo, they're going to look to go into another game here. Sublime, on the other hand, they're looking to potentially get a reverse sweep here again. You guys know me. I'm terrible with cast curses. I don't know how Sporty is with his record, but I'm terrible. Sublime, on the other hand, they're going to look to potentially get some games in their favor, and that all starts with this one right here. 2-1 game. Sloth Dojo, we saw a little bit of a momentum coming back, but then they did get shut down at the end. Sublime taking a 2-1 victory. Half the goals off of passing plays by Teach, and plenty of shots as well. I mean, you look at the goal shot ratio; it's pretty low for Sublime. However, they did keep up the pressure, they did keep up the offense, and they did step it up at the midfield with the challenges. 7 shots in total for the Sublime roster. Sloth Dojo, on the other hand, only 4, and only being able to get 1 in the back of the net. So the next game will be just around the corner. But yeah, Sublime, we saw a little bit of a fresh air. Definitely a different start in the first half as well, getting 2 goals rather than 1 compared to the past 3 games we saw from Sublime. Sloth Dojo able to capitalize by tying up the series and then reclaiming the lead. But now they had to get that extra mile. They had to get the extra step up in this game compared to the past 3 games. But we're going to be entering into game number 5 here as Sporty. What do you think Sublime needs to really do come game number 5? They had a fantastic start in game 4 last game, but now they're in a completely new game. They're going to be in a completely new environment, but they're going to look to possibly have the same strategies they did last game.
I think they just need to do it again. They need to show that they can be consistent when holding that midfield, because you even saw at the end of game 4, they had some inconsistencies, especially at the end of the game, where they just fell back to their defensive nature, and you can't do that against Sloth Dojo. This is a team where, at least with what Sublime has done when they hold that midfield, that's when Sloth Dojo really struggle. I want to see do that more of that from Sublime, as almost a dunk in front of the net from JP, but it will be cleared away. Vital, dribble, look in front for Doe, that will be cleared by Big C Dubs. Teach off the sidewall, maybe a second touch, that's actually going to fall towards the net. Jaegers almost dunked his own teammates, but it will stay out for Sloth Dojo as JP has the clear. Jaegers, follow-up touch, trying to get through it, Doe, but that will be landing right to Sublime's front door, and Vital will send it away. Here comes Teach. Sublime, only a minute gone by so far, and again you're seeing Sublime recreate that midfield pressure, as that one might have been pinched in. We'll have to take a look at that. Teach, oh, a powerful shot to the back of the net, and FFE Sublime are showing up here in game 5.
And yeah, it was a forced own goal there by Teach, forcing the 50 onto the net of Sloth Dojo. A beautiful pressure here from Sublime. Teach going for the challenge, shutting down a defensive clear opportunity. And you saw the person in net was there for the attempted clear, but the shot went a little bit too far post than they were expecting. So a definite early lead here for Sublime, but they're going to need to hold on to the lead and possibly expand upon it again, because we know what Sloth Dojo can do, especially from the past couple of games. But yeah, it's going to be Vital looking for the clear down the field. Already a minute and a half in already. Teach looking for the clear away. Jaeger, opportunity here. Gets it past 1, but can't get the pass across. It's not going to be completed here. Minute 90 now. Vital on the left wall. 0% tank will have to rotate back and attempt to clear by JP, giving up the possession to Teach. Teach power shot to the right wall. Missed by both players at the midfield. Vital, half volley shot on target, as that's going to be finding the back of the net here. Vital 560. Beautiful shot to the back of the net here. You saw Jaegers missing the ball. Same thing with Flight, but then Vital finishing it off with a beautiful half volley shot on target. Big C Dubs trying to go for that perfect touch into the corner to set up that potential counterattack play, but it was a miss on the defenders, and they're allowing the second goal to go in.
Yeah, you saw that again, an attempted pre-jump there from Big C Dubs. He was in such an awkward situation, and again, there's so much respect being given to Vital in this game and in this series. There really isn't a play that doesn't include Vital for FFE Sublime. If Vital can get involved, he will be involved. Vital's been involved in so much in this game. I'm not gonna make the joke you guys I think I'm going to make, as Sloth Dojo gonna push up field, trying to shut down FFE Sublime, who have just found some newfound offense. Again, the series is not over. FFE Sublime can make the reverse sweep happen. They're gonna have to do a lot to do it, but with every game looking more and more one-sided in their favor, if they continue to shut down Sloth Dojo, they might see their opportunities come true. As Vital save there, dribble, challenged by Jaegers. Flight for TF Doe up the field. Here he goes. A dribble, Doe, the fake, and it will be stopped by JP. Sloth Dojo have the clear. Jaegers, the back wall, maybe a second chance. That one almost stone cold by Vital. Flight almost put in his own net. FFE Sublime. Man, that was a scary situation for the net. And we saw both Doe and Vital get in the wrong position, but fortunately for them, their touch is not going to prove to be too disasterly.
Definitely. I mean, you saw the disaster that could have been a goal there. Again, right now, Sublime, they're playing some very risky clearing on the defense right now, clearing it right in front of the box here. Although here's a shot opportunity on target, a bump on the defender. I believe he connected to it. Teach getting the 3rd goal here for Sublime. Vital off the right wall. Teach a half volley shot on target. Jaegers did go up for the save here, and a bump on the defender. JP was there for the save, but he got tackled. This is not football. This is Rocket League. 3-0 game here, 2 minutes and 2 seconds on the clock here, and I guess you can't say that is something you can't really teach somebody. It's only built through experience. Sublime getting the third goal here in this game here as Vital half volley pop up into the midfield, looking for the aerial touch, shot to the back wall, forcing a touch on Big C Dubs as Big C actually gets another touch there. Flight looking for a shot to the corner, and now we're starting to really see the goal differential expand for Sublime. They started off with the first goal, then the second, and now the third. I mean, you do some basic counting here. Maybe the fourth one might be next if Sloth Dojo cannot kind of counteract the Sublime roster right now, as Vital just breaking his way through the defense 50 after 50. Getting a setup here for Teach as he clears it down the field. Jaeger looking for the catch on the dribble, but Flight quick to take it off his car. Big C now shot to the left wall, intercepted by Vital. Pass over to Flight as that's going to be going into the back of the net. Like I was saying, 1, 2, 3, and now 4 goals in the favor of Sublime. Every single player on the roster getting a goal to their name. Vital, beautiful pass across field over to Flight as he gets the 4th goal for Sublime and a beautiful finisher.
You mentioned about Vital. We'll take a look at the scoreboard here. Look at this as well. Teach is involved, and again, that is Doe's first goal of this game. And again, Vital's involved, Teach is involved. These guys are getting involved as well. As speaking of Vital, that's goal 2 for Vital. FFE Sublime, after having such a rough start of this series, what happened here to change things up? They found some new confidence or whatever it was. Falcons, FFE Sublime are running away with this game. The first time we've seen a real shutout, and it's coming from the team that has their backs against the wall, that is on match point against them. What happened here to Sublime to where Game 4 and Game 5 have just gone so favorably in their favor? Because it does not make too much sense for me that they would be leading by this much at this point in the series.
Well, I think it's mainly just a mentality thing. I think it's between mentality and confidence on their challenges. Also, the lack of confidence and lack of mentality here for Sloth Dojo. Sloth Dojo, they were used to being down by 1 goal and coming back, tying up the series, but they haven't been the same ever since the last game where Sublime, a beautiful double touch there. That's going to put some salt in the wound. Vital 5-6 again, the 6th goal now for Sublime. But again, it has to deal with mentality. It has to deal with confidence. And I mean, this just shows off right here. The mentality and confidence to go for a double touch, to spike it down into the net. You know that's going to spike up the momentum. You know that's going to spike up the adrenaline for Sublime coming into the future series. But I do think it's the lack of momentum and the lack of mentality Sloth Dojo has in the field right now. They're hesitating a little bit on some of the challenges at the midfield, and the spacing is also kind of affected as well. Putting that last player in the rotation purposely further back than the other 2 players on the field, not keeping it a little bit closer in the rotations, definitely can spell disaster. And Sublime, they're just taking advantage of it. They're going early for challenges, they're shutting down any potential plays, and they're also getting a little creative with their shots as well. You saw with the double touch here, Vital now looking for the shot on target, a demo on the defender. That's going to open up the net for another goal as Vital gained a 7th one now, and he's been I know, no pun intended, but he's been a vital player for the roster here already. 4 goals to his name, 100% goal shot ratio as well. He is quite literally him right now, this game. Sublime, they're definitely popping off this game, but again, we got to realize next game is going to be a completely different environment. Sloth Dojo, they will be back at a 0-0 start of the game. They will have a fresh 5 minutes on the clock here. It's up to Sublime if they can get that first early lead. I do think this matchup right now heavily determines on which team gets that early lead, which team comes out of the gate swinging, and which team will score first. We've seen it in games 2, 3, 4, 5, and this one right now, Sublime, they got a 2-goal differential, they kept it up, and yeah, ever since then, 7 goals to 0. Sloth Dojo gonna need to get that first goal like they did in their first 3 games.
Sloth Dojo, are they making a change? Again, I mentioned about Soxy. It seems to be available for them. I actually didn't know that this, but Sox actually is their sub, so we might see. I know Sox joined in, like trying to get involved, and might get involved in this again. They've had it just after those first 3 games. It feels like that game 4 loss has just done a number to that mentality, and it is surprising to me that they would be suffering that much, but it isn't too unlikely. There are a lot of teams who, when they're winning, they're feeling amazing, and when they're not, they aren't. And I mean, we already could tell. Sloth Dojo are definitely a somewhat emotional team. It feels that at least when it comes to games like this, although they are not making any changes by the looks of it. We'll see again if they do, because, again, we're going into Game 6. Falcons, Sloth Dojo, the pressure is against this team. They have a lot they have to do to catch up. FV Sublime with a massive blowout win, a 7-0. Now we got to see if Sloth Dojo, what changes they'll make, because now they're the ones who are being asked the questions. They're the ones who have to make the adjustments.
Definitely. I mean, in the end, Sloth Dojo, they still have the advantage. They are still at match point territory. They just need one game to go in their favor. They just need the first half to go in their favor and hold it on. And, I mean, that's realistically all they need. Sublime, still on the other hand, yeah, they have a lot of momentum coming off from that game, but they're also going to be entering into this game a fresh new presence as well, fresh new slate. However, they do have the momentum. They do have the confidence on their side. However, again, they need to get 2 games. So they're still going to look to prove themselves here in game number 6, but they're also going to need to prove themselves in game number 7, where that match is really going to come down to which team is more consistent, which team has more stamina, and which team is more willing to get that first goal over the other. I mean, Sublime right now, they have a lot of momentum, but again, Sloth Dojo, they had some time to think about it. They did make the substitution here. Sox is now going to be playing, so we're not going to be seeing Big C dubs anymore, which has been a big important factor here for Sloth Dojo. I think it is a fantastic move, actually, subbing in Sox here for Big C dubs, because Big C dubs only got 108 points last game compared to the plus 1,000 that we saw from Vital in the last game. So I think by subbing out the lowest player here in terms of points is definitely the biggest move right now. But again, you got to shut down these players when they start early, because you know Sublime, that's their method of success right now. A beautiful fake on the air dribble play, and then Flight getting to 50 past JP, who went for the 50 backwards. Possibly not the best challenge or best way to clear the ball, but gotta respect the effort. Sublime getting the first goal here in game number 1. Of course, that's going to be assisted by the man, the myth, 1,000 score breaking Vital. As speaking of the player here, he's going to look to put it into the corner, saying that the infield passing play also got a little collision on 2 of the defenders in net. That shot's going to go to the left wall. JP looking for a potential back wall play. We saw a lot in the first 3 games, but it's going to be cleared away by Vital again, as he's quite literally been a Vital player all throughout the series. He's been on defense, he's been on offense, and he's been shutting down these challenges that Dojo has been making. Right now, almost a minute in here, possibly a second goal. Sox able to clear it away. And I do think Sox, again, is the player we need to see on the field here. He's the one shutting down these opportunities and kind of putting Sublime in check at the midfield.
Yeah, again, moved in sub. Sox, I think it was mostly from, as you said, a mental reason. Again, with big subs, you could tell this team's mental had just went completely down the drain, and they need, again, just to change. I don't think it was a gameplay thing. I think it was a mental thing. When you saw it at that last game, that mentality was absolutely crushed in Game 5. They needed a change just to maybe try to kind of reset that, that mental fortitude of Sloth Dojo. Still, they are down by 1. And again, Vital is still absolutely popping off right now for Sublime. No question about it. Vital is like the major reason this team's doing so well. As that one almost in from Doe, but it will be wide. Sox will clear it away. Sublime still on the pressure. Teach the back wall. JP sends bump as well. Here comes JP down the midfield. That one will just go straight to Teach. Sloth Dojo still looking for what would be their first major opportunity of the game. Now the back wall from Sox. Jaegers open net. That's gonna tie it up. A miss off a back wall, and Jaegers is waiting right for it.
Indeed, and yeah, Vital, I mean, he is the star player of the roster, but it's an important thing here for Sublime to know is that they do not want to let their vision be cloudy. They don't want to lose sight of the goal. They do not want to lose focus whatsoever. They have come here with a mission. They got a huge lead last game, but now you're back at an even scoring ground. You're 1-1. You got 3 minutes on the board here. You have to kind of focus up here, because this is looking like games 1, 2, and 3 where, granted, you got the early lead, but Sloth Dojo tied it back up here. Time is dwindling down. You may be on offense, but the counterattack is brewing. Jaegers on the right wall, going to look for a potential pass off the back wall. Here's a setup for the second challenger, JP, but Vital there to shut it down this time. A nice demo here by Teach. Cross pass into the midfield. Vital is there for the shot. He shoots. He scores, and that's the second goal for Sublime. A beautiful setup play. A nice demo as well from Teach. It's something I was talking about earlier as well. Getting that aggression going, and a beautiful pass across field to Vital to finish it off as well. Vital, he's been a very important player here for the team. Very important striker as well to note. He's been the one who scored the most last game, 4 goals to his name off of 4 shots, 100% goal shot ratio. You know he's a solid striker, so might as well set him up for the shot as well with a beautiful pass. But Flight, on the other hand, he has different plans. He's going to set up a play of his own. He's going to take a shot off the initial setup. Jaegers awkward on the back wall. And yeah, now we went from a 1-1 game to a 3-1 game for Sublime. A 2-goal differential back in their favor with less than half the time left to go.
Link Angel miss at every Sublime, score 2 in quick succession. And now Sloth Dojo, again, they need to make some changes here. The reverse sweep is not out of the question at all at this point. If FFV Sublime are playing just as well. Teach, miss from Sox, that's going to roll in front. Jaegers has that block, and you don't want to give Teach those kind of opportunities. You don't want to give Vital those opportunities. Again, those guys have been shooting very well at this point in the series when things are going in their way as Teach gets around Jaegers. That on target? No, it's not. Here comes Stowe. That one's late. That one's in. FFE Sublime can do no wrong. It's a 4-1 lead. And now this game is starting to slip through the fingertips of Sloth Dojo.
Indeed, and I mean, right there, you saw from Sloth Dojo, the interlocking of the cars, you had to break it off early. And you just had to go for the challenge. You have to focus on clearing the ball rather than focusing on holding the wheels together. As hard as it is to say, you got to break off the wheel locking early. You got to focus up on defense here because you're down by 3 goals. You got less than 2 minutes on the board here, and you got Sublime, who's a very heavy aggressive team right now. Who's looking for another goal here. Vital. I mean, we spoke enough about him, but he's here to do it again. Scoring another goal to his name. That's a 2-for for him. As right now, we're 5-1 right now. About 96 seconds left to go here. Another shot on target. And this is looking very similar to last game now. It was looking very similar to the first 3 games, but this huge sudden burst of momentum from Sublime. Now looking like what we saw last game.
Yeah, Sloth Dojo again. I think the momentum hasn't really changed for them at all. FFV Sublime are just way too confident at this point. And Sloth Dojo, let's be real honest, have not done much to slow them down at all here. It's Flight trying to get around Socks off to the back wall. Here comes Teach, but he'll fake that one as well. JP down the field, a misplay from Sublime on the defense. That rotation wasn't holding up, and that's our goal back. JP will take that for free. A miss from Teach, and Vital is just in no place to challenge there. JP will get one back for Sloth Dojo while the comeback may be a little too far out. At the very least, they get one more goal. They are at least keeping them in this. Again, Game 6 is going to be a little better than Game 5. They've got a couple on that net. Still, though, it's just not enough for them. They need more. They need to bring the pressure. Here comes JP. That could have been on, but he'll miss his chance. And Vital will clear it away. FFE Sublime in the final minute. Pinch in front. JP clears. And Sloth Dojo. And at this point, they've got to be thinking about Game 7. They've got to be thinking about what changes they can make. What is going to happen on that rotation. As things could definitely be very, very difficult as... Oh, what happened here? The overlay. Yeah, we're back again. What a series it has been. The reverse sweep again. I told you, not out of the question as last to the back wall. Sox will look to get it clear. Sox, by the way, again, he's subbed in. Only 300 points, though. He's only had 1 shot. Sloth Dojo, even with the substitution of Sox, I don't think it's made any difference to that offense.
Yeah, I mean, again, you look at a team like Sublime, and they're just everywhere. It feels like they're everywhere at least. They're on the offense, they're at the midfield, they're on the ball at least. They're keeping the possession very heavily in their favor. And I mean, we have to like after this game, we have to stop. We have to look at the mentals of Sloth Dojo right now because, again, they went up the first 3 games right now. The last thing they want to do is get reverse swept here in a Game 7. Win for Sublime, and that is definitely something that has heavily been on their mind right now. They lost 1 game, they lost 2. It's one thing to lose the first couple of games, but it's another thing to lose in a best-of-7 reverse sweep. And Sloth Dojo right now, they subbed in Sox, which I do think was the right choice here. I do think he was the definite game changer for Sloth Dojo. But again, it's the matter of getting that early lead. It's the matter of getting that lead early and holding onto it. Sublime, they got the first goal. Sloth Dojo quick to tie it up. That was a good thing they did. However, they did concede that second goal, allowing that momentum to build up here for Sublime. And eventually, once that momentum is built up, Sloth Dojo, they do struggle a little bit to come back after the momentum is lost. Sublime, they capitalize goal after goal after goal, allowing these opportunities to be had. 5-2 in this game, and it was, 7-0 last game as well. Sublime, they know the method, and the method is to start off strong and get a goal early on. They do not want to concede any goals like what we saw in the first 3 games that Sloth Dojo did against them. But Sublime, we cannot also forget about this player, Vital. He's been a very important, very vital player for the roster. 2 goals to his name. That's already 40% of the goals scored in total. And he's also still pretty accurate as well. 40% goal shot ratio as well for the player as well. So that is something you have to keep in mind. But the synergy also is not out of the picture as well. 4 of the 5 goals have been off of passing plays. So if anything, the team synergy is definitely at an all-time high. However, they're going to need to keep that team synergy up here as we are on Game 7 Champions Field night. You saw a little question here for chat, actually. What do you guys think of the new banner that they put up in Champions Field? They got rid of the old RLCS logo and just put the letters RLCS on it. What are your opinions on that?
We'll see what chat says here, as right now in Game 7. I don't think the banner matters to either of these teams. They want to do well as vital. Flip reset. FV Sublime again on that pressure. Here comes Teach. That one's on! Teach! 20 seconds in! Sublime! Keep the offense flowing!
And yeah, what a setup that was. Vital, you saw him going for the flip reset, decided to bail out in the last second. It was cleared right over to Teach. And I guess you could say he said, here, let me teach you how to score real quick in the first half. Beautiful first goal here for Sublime as they take the lead. A nice early challenge here is going to waterfall straight down. Dangerous territory here as Flight is going to look to take Flight here. Getting the second goal. 4:31 on the board here. Flight immediately looking for a demo on the defender. Couldn't quite do so. An early challenge by Teach, forcing the waterfall. And then Flight allowing Teach to be at the right place, right time. By going for the demo, he was in the right position at the right time, getting the second goal, and already an early 2-0 lead here, possibly a third goal lead for Sublime, as they are still looking to just continue the offense early on. They have this inverted, like, triangle-esque type of position on the field, having two players up on offense while having one player back on defense as well. And that's something I've noticed for this team right now is Sox trying to look for that infield pass from the corner. They are still not out of the picture just yet. It's only a 2-goal differential, which can easily be come back by. It's only a matter of if they can kind of like formulate themselves and get themselves together here in this game right now. This is a beautiful long clear by Sox over to Vital. Vital putting it back into safety into that corner, which is something I've noticed a lot from Sublime over these past 3 games as well. The control on defense, putting it into their corner rather than looking for the clear up the field is something that has been huge. Putting it back into the corner safety where there's no immediate challenger, there's no immediate connection or angle to the shot. It's definitely helping them on these counterattack plays and these transitions from defense to offense.
And yes, Sloth Dojo still haven't scored. That's off the post. Oh, Sox should have scored. That was open. You aren't going to get many chances like that against Sublime. They don't miss the ball that often. Sox should have taken that. But here comes Sublime the other way, trying to make them pay. In front, Jagers will clear it out. JP will leave it for Sox, the dribble. From the sub, Teach has the challenge. Sublime continue the pressure. Teach, that's on target. Jagers has the save to the sidewall. No second touch. Flight, or I guess Doe actually, will be stopped by Sox. Sloth Dojo still on defense as FFV Sublime. Do the pressure, Teach. Don't get the flip reset and dunking on that bar. Here comes a 50. That's in front. Vital shoots. Jaeger's got another block, and Sloth Dojo cannot get that ball out of their defense. No matter how hard they try, they continue to have to make save after save. And FFV Sublime, when they are being pushed back a little bit, it isn't for very long. They, as you said, they get that challenge, they get that 50, they keep the ball close, and Sloth Dojo are being forced to chase after them. As that shot saved by Jaegers again. Sloth Dojo trying to push. Jaegers with the dunk. That one bouncing. Teach will be first to an FFV Sublime. Again, hold that ball close. They're not letting Dojo have many chances. Jaegers on the back wall. In for JP. Oh, what a save from Vital. Jumping in the way. FFV Sublime. Keep the shot out for now. In for it again. Jaegers. A save from Teach. FFV Sublime. With some Sublime defense. You can't keep them out.
What a save that was right now. I mean, you look at Sloth Dojo. They are desperate for a goal right now. They are trying to do their best to get a goal on the board, but they're quite literally pushing themselves to a point where they are overcommitting and putting too much resources in a position that won't work well for them. Like we saw, 2 players going for a shot that was right in front of the net, both of them missing as a result of it, allowing for this counterattack to build up. And right now, if you're Sloth Dojo, you want to take any goal possible, but again, you don't want to put yourself in a situation where you can get capitalized and a counterattack on. And I mean, unfortunately, right now, Dojo, they had 3 opportunities where they could have scored, but none of them going in. A phenomenal save earlier as well. You called it out earlier. Vital coming off the back wall to get the swan dive save as well. A huge save here for Sublime, preventing what could have been a 1-goal differential here. But here's another opportunity for Sloth Dojo. A shot to the back wall, but Flight able to get back in time. Now off the left wall again. They're getting one step closer to getting a reverse sweep right here. Flight gets the flick past one defender. It's in the corner. Jaeger's trying to put it back further into safety, but Vital forcing the infield play. Teaches there for the shot. It's off the back wall and not quite in. A beautiful demo by JP. Long shot on the field of Vital. Again, putting it back into safety. They know they need to play extra defense because Sloth Dojo, they need the goal. So might as well let the opponents come to them and then bait them in for a goal like you just saw here. Flight getting the third goal now with 44 seconds on the goal, or on the board.
Doe with the beat. FFE Sublime are continuing with the momentum. Ever since Game 3, there's been something wrong with Sloth Dojo. The momentum just hasn't been there for them. And it's just gotten worse and worse, and things have just looked more and more bleak. Time is running out for Sloth Dojo. They need to score one more goal against them, and that will end it! Oh, absolute tragedy! Sloth Dojo! What happened here? Oh, that goal encapsulates their series completely. An own goal of all own goals from JP, and that will go in his own nets. Sloth Dojo, that will end it. The reverse sweep is now officially confirmed. The second ever best of 7 reverse sweep on this stream. And it will be here on this stream tonight. Sloth Dojo will lose. FFE Sublime will move to winners round 2.
Hey, FFE Sublime, they got the mentals down, they got it locked, and they're here for the game. They're here for the win. Best of 7 reverse sweep here. You don't get to say that often as a caster, and you definitely don't get to see it often as a player. But when you do, it's one of those satisfying moments. 8 seconds left to go here. JP trying to end the game here. It's vital. Trying to keep it in play, putting it back into the midfield. Last couple seconds. Will we see one last goal? We will not. Ball will touch the ground. And Sublime getting a Game 7 victory here. A long-fought victory as well against one of the strongest teams here of the entire tournament here. I mean, what a series that was, Sporty. And I mean, thank you again for inviting me on. This was an impressive series here. Sublime versus Sloth Dojo. What a game that was.
Yeah, you know, again, this is the second ever time this ever happened on my stream. Guys, reminder, I've been streaming almost every single day for like 2 years. This is only the second time we've ever seen a best of 7 reverse sweep. Falcons, here's some Sporty trivia for you. I actually asked Zen this not that long ago, so I don't think you're watching. No, you might have been watching. If you remember me telling you what the answer was to who had the first ever best of 7 reverse sweep, who won, who lost.
I do not remember. You might have to refresh my memory.
That was Skyward Series Season 1 wildcard. Week 1, it was Invicta Esports versus Team Ignition. Invicta won that series in a reverse sweep.
Wow.
Hey, they've made history. This is the second ever time it's happened.
Nice. Well, you love to see it. Well, hey, I mean, you got more opportunities for best of 7 reverse sweeps here because we still have plenty, and I mean plenty of best of 7s to go here. We still are in winners round 1 after all. We still have winners round 2. We still have the quarterfinals, the semis, and the winners final as well. Not to mention, we also still have a bunch of losers rounds as well. A lot of them being best of 7s. However, I do believe the first 3 rounds are best of 5, if I do remember correctly. The rest of them are best of 7s, and of course, the winner that does make it out of the losers final will make it all the way to the grand finals, which again is going to be a best of 7 bracket reset. That is going to be the grand finals. But again, I'm looking way too much in the future. We still have plenty of best of 7 opportunities in the future. But yeah, I mean, best of 7 reverse sweep here. FFE Sublime taking over in Game 7. GG's to both teams as well. Sloth Dojo, you guys still played amazing. You guys still destroyed in the first 3 games. You guys still played a very close game, but I do think Sublime, after a while of games, they did wake up. They did realize that they need to win that first half of the game, and they needed to cement their defense early on rather than later in the game, which is something they really struggled in the first 3 games. But I'm glad to see that they've adapted. However, Sublime, they did move on. However, Sloth Dojo, they are still not out of it just yet. They are going to be moving on into the losers bracket, which I should be.
It's best of 5. It's a best of 5. They have to go. They have to play best of 5s now because they lost that first round. That's how scary it is. By the way, we are gonna get an interview here with Teach because FV Sublime wants an interview, so we'll alternate questions, I guess, Falcons, and chat with. I think it's gonna be just Teach here tonight, but again, we'll be chatting with Teach about this one because we gotta talk with Teach again. When you kind of put yourself down into history on this stream, you gotta be able to chat with us afterwards because that was a game that I didn't expect that we were gonna see a best of 7 reverse sweep anytime soon, but hey. It happened tonight. I guess it was going to happen at some point. It's going to happen with Teach. Speaking of Teach, joining us is Teach. Congratulations on your win. The second ever best of 7 reverse sweep on my stream's history. And you made it here. How are you feeling? That was absolutely exhilarating.
Yeah, it was a lot. We're tired. The guys are like, we're going to bed. Well, Vital's like, my heart's beating 100 miles an hour. I'm going to play 10 more games. But, the other 2 of us are like, yes, it's doing that, but also we have to work in the morning. So it was fun. It was a enjoyable game for sure.
About that,
Several games.
But I mean, I just gotta know, Teach. I mean, I know you pretty well. Casted you guys plenty of times, so I know you guys are pretty solid. So that's nowhere even the question of what I'm gonna ask. But I want to know more of like, how did you guys keep it all together? Because knowing me, I probably would have crumbled under the pressure. But I want to know exactly what do you guys do? Like, was there any like specific thing you guys did in the comms, or was there like something you guys did in game like ease up the pressure a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, a little bit of it was just like how many we put off the frame in the early games. Like it wasn't like the games that we lost were really, really close. So like having that, like, hey, we just got to hit the net mentality really, really hammers home. And then, Vital's our hype man. He's just he's like, we just got to stay positive. And so as soon as we got the first one, it was like, it's on, guys. We're just going to keep going because we can't let off, because if we let off even a little bit, those guys were good. They were not going to let us have another. So
Yeah, of course. And one of the major factors of a reverse sweep like this is the fact that momentum gets to the point where you're kind of like, oh yeah, we're going to win. What was that kind of, oh yeah, we're going to win moment in this series? Can you kind of pinpoint to a specific time or a specific game where you guys are like, yes, we're going to win? And why was that? Like, why was it that specific moment?
I mean, honestly, it was probably the first one we won. Not because like I think we're we're not that cocky. Those guys were good, but when you win that first one, when you've been playing really tight the whole game, and you're like, we got the first win, it's in. In terms of like when you're like, oh, I can like kind of relax again. That wasn't until probably 45 seconds left in the last game. But I mean, in terms of after we won that first one, it was definitely like, that's why I was able to, re-mental, because it just feels like, okay, we got the first one, the rest of them are in, like we kind of got it. But really that peaceful moment, probably not till 45 seconds left in the game.
Definitely. Well, I want to ask a question actually. For Teach Sublime. For Sublime, what house are you guys in? Are you guys in the Embers, or is it?
No, we're Volts. We're the nerds. We accept our nerdy personalities, and that's fine by us. Been there for I think a year and a half now. So.
Well, from a fellow misfit, I will congratulate you guys for taking the best of 7 reverse sweep. So.
Perfect.
Well, again, Teach, you guys get the win. I'm not even gonna ask what that means. I'm sure it's like a work thing that I have no clue about. Next week,
secret code. That's what it is.
I got it. Next week, you guys are gonna play the winner of Adrenaline Rush, Sloth, Busters. I don't believe any of those teams are in your group. I could be wrong.
I don't think so.
No, they weren't. So, out of those two teams, are any of those two teams that you want to play, or is there just anything you want to say to those teams in general? Because again, you play one of those two teams, they're both pretty solid. So, is there anything you want to say about that upcoming best of 7 matchup?
Yeah, obviously we're not overconfident. We like to look into who we're gonna play, but obviously at this stage, it's like all the teams are good. So obviously, good luck to them. We'll see them in a week or whenever this next round comes up, and obviously they're gonna need to be prepared because we're gonna prepare for them.
Well, again, congratulations on your win, Teach, and to the rest of FFV Sublime. That's the second FFV team that's won this week in Blackline, so in the Blackline Contenders series. So good job on that. Maybe my stream is just a haven for FFV teams.
Perfect.
I don't stream FFV that often, so maybe I'm just, or maybe it's Falcons.
Hey, speaking of FFV, we still got Phoenix in here as well. That's one of the other teams, also part of the Volts house as well. So they're another FFV team who's also in the same bracket right now. They're still looking to beat their first opponent, I believe. I think I don't know if they actually played Stargazers or not, but they're still looking to play their first round of the BLCS Contenders.
I could tell you if they have. I could probably tell you if they have, because I have that availability sheet.
Let's see if that all FFV final, right? They're on the other side of the bracket, aren't they?
They're on the other side of the bracket, yeah. So they got a long road to see. Oh, they just played their match. The match was literally an hour before. So
Nice.
I don't know if they maybe just didn't tell you if they won or not. I don't know if that's a good thing if they didn't tell you if they won or not. But again, big win. Again, congratulations on your win, Teach, moving to that second round. Before you leave, we always do this. We're going to have a quick shout-out section. So, Teach, the floor is yours. Say what you wish to say here. Any shout-outs, any final messages for the stream?
All right, fair enough. Thanks so much, Sporty. I mean, shout out to all the friends and family in chat. Obviously, if you hung out with us, I mean, for this long, one, it's late, two, it's a long series, and I'd get it if you left after game 3. So thanks for sticking it out, and thanks for supporting Sporty and his work here. casting force.
Dang, all right, nothing said about Falcons. I see how it is.
The what?
Falcon just gets completely excluded in the shoutouts here.
Was Falcon was with you?
He was with me for the whole thing.
Okay.
Now you wonder why Falcons is here with me, right?
I didn't know. Yeah. Okay. Well, cool. Well, thanks, Falcon too. I mean,
He's just like nothing about Falcons. That's a new one.
I should have known when he hopped in the game. I don't know why I blanked on that. So, thanks. Yeah, he was there the whole time. Yeah, thanks a bunch, Falcons.
Oh goodness, we're just bugging
Sorry.
you here, Teach. It's not a problem, man. Don't worry about it. I'm sure you guys can talk about it afterwards.
When I tell you how last minute it was, I saw.
It was
Sporty
literally
laugh,
last minute.
Sublime. Yeah, I saw him like, you know what? These are two teams I've casted before. Let me see if I could hop in. And Sporty
It
was
was
like,
very
yeah, why
last
not?
minute. It was literally on
Nice.
theme. I was like, yeah, we can do it. But again, it's happy to have you join us to Teach. Again, congratulations
Yep.
on your win, and thank you so much for calling me the better caster, by the way. So I appreciate that.
for sure. Don't tell him though.
Yeah, don't worry. Don't worry. Just drop the PayPal real quick. Thank you again. Thank you so much for playing. Congratulations on your win. Good luck next week. I might be able to catch you guys again.
Sounds good. Thanks, Sporty.
That was Teach of FFE Sublime Falcons. Now that you're joining me here as well, I guess the time is yours. Do you have anything that you want to say here before we end this stream? Because obviously you joining me is a huge deal. Again, thank you so much for joining. I guess this is technically practice for the Black Lotus Fall Open finals because we're going to be casting for both of those. So happy to see you again. By the way, that is in a week from now on the 30th and 1st, 30th of September, 1st of October. So you'll want to catch that. That's next weekend. So again, anything you want to say, Falcons? Anything that you have to that you want to say to people watching right now? Because you might as well.
I mean, thank you to everybody for tuning in. Thank you, Sporty, for having me. I'm sorry to everybody who had to hear me scream at Rocket League so loud. I know I can be very loud at the game, but hey, Sporty can still hear me, so that's a good sign. But yeah, thank you to everybody for tuning in. Thank you to FFE for letting me cast this game. Also to Sloth as well, because you guys are both amazing franchises. But yeah, I'm looking forward to doing more BLCS castings. I know I know there's a lot of Contender Series matches still going on as well, and there's also plenty of other ranks as well, part of BLCS. So I'm looking forward to seeing exactly what the other teams can do in BLCS. But again, I want to say thank you to letting me on for this last minute cast, and for not only witnessing that, but also witnessing the second ever best of 7. So thank you.
Yeah, second ever best 7 reverse sweep on the stream. Again, thank you so much for joining, Falcons. We're going to go get a raid here. Thank you all so much for joining tonight. What a crazy night of action. Reminder, Skyward Series 3v3 championship matches start tomorrow. There are going to be some on the stream. Every single day we're going to have at least one match, so you'll want to catch those again. Thank you all so much for joining. Thank you all so much for being so supportive. Have an amazing night, and I'll see you guys again on the Sporty stream very soon. Falcons, tell everybody to have a great night.
Yo, you better have a great night, yo. See you guys later.